Ninjala! What's up, everyone? Welcome to an exciting EU tournament for Ninjala today. I am your host, Gung Ho Mads, and here with me today we have Starling, Logic, and CAJ Man. What's up, guys? How are you doing today?
What is going on? Logic here, you guys know. We got the Summer Scorching Tournament today, and it's going to be an awesome event. We got J-Man here and the Starling.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, man, I'm very excited for these matches today. J-Man, what's on your mind, bro?
I don't know, man. I look back at the trailer that they just played, and I love all the little references they pack into it. But let me tell you, I know we were having some conversations about how crazy this tournament is going to be, and I think that's just such an understatement for some of the insane gameplay we're actually going to see from all these players today.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like we are, the EU scene is just chock filled with so many talented players. They're all very, very high level. It's a very concentrated community. They all know each other. They all help each other improve, and I just can't wait to see these matches, man. They're all gonna be so good.
I know, right? Cool guy Starling over here with his sunnies. He's ready for the Scorching Summer Skirmish. I hope you guys are ready. I don't know what time it is over there, but it's like super early for us. But over in Europe, it is the evening for you guys. So I hope you guys are ready for some action-packed Ninjala battles today. The tournament brackets are a little bit smaller, but that means we're gonna get really good battles out of this. What do you guys think?
So the tournament is really stacked. Like it's just good players going against good players, So and it's gonna be exciting to see what everyone does today.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
No, go ahead, Starling. Go ahead. Yeah, all you did.
So I do have a couple things to say about this. So I'm very, very close to a lot of the EU players that are participating today. Shout out Gohar, Benji, Kalu, all of them. They're all amazing, and I really want to see how the game changes between the pool stage that we're gonna be starting off right now with Group A, B, C, and D, and how games are played and what weapons are picked compared to when we move on over to the semifinal stage and then onto the grand finals. I think we'll see a very big shift in the the meta game, so to speak, as the games progress. I just can't wait to see these games, man. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, as you said, there is not a single lack of talent in these groups, and albeit while they are smaller groups, Starling, as you said, very connected to the EU scene. As you said, BNJ's here, Gohart's here. We have Madoka, Snug, and Sean, which that is going to be a fun group to see. You also have a few also friendly faces in here that are no strangers to the game. You also have Rachel, Weakwall. You have Edsy back here as well. So I'm very excited to see all these players go at it.
Very much so, man. So we have a lot of consistency here. All these players are very well seasoned. Many of them actually very consistently placing the top 100 for the leaderboards in the game ever since the game came out. So they, experience is the last thing that they lack, and I really do think we're gonna be seeing some interesting matches. I'm very curious to see more specifically, the weapon choices that we're gonna see. I know players like Wickwall have always been known for their amazing skateboard play. And there's many other players like that are pretty much weapon specialists that I really do think will show us a lot about how we as players, and also maybe pick up some a couple tips and tricks from the way that they play their weapon at its finest. So definitely looking forward to that. So speaking of that, I think we're starting things off with Group D.
We're going to be painting up a bit today, guys. Oh, sorry. We're going to be actually going in backwards order. So we're going to go Group D, Group C, Group B, and then Group A. So, excuse me, sorry. We're going to be starting off with what you guys say is probably the toughest bracket. So can you elaborate on that I know we already talked about this earlier, and this was off stream, but let's talk about it on stream so that everyone can get a little caught up. Who is in Group D and why is this one of the toughest brackets? I don't know. All of the brackets are pretty tough, but you guys said you don't want to be in this one.
As you said, this is the bracket we don't want to be in, and we had a very long conversation about why you do not want to be in Group D going into this. Just to take a little look at the bracket, if we can. Taking a look at the members of Group D, you have Madoka, Benji, Mushi, Gohar, and Kalu. I think without a doubt this is going to be the toughest and most contested group. Because the way this is working, correct me if I'm wrong, Madeline, but only 4 of the 5 people in each group move on. So only 1 person in each group is going to be getting eliminated this first round.
Yep. And that just makes it a little bit more competitive. I'm really excited to see everyone's A game today because it's a little bit tighter than normal.
Yeah, so you'll really have to your first match, you have to go strong. You can't come out weak, especially with like players like this. Honestly, all these groups are going to be stacked and they're all going to get crazier as the tournament goes on. So you really have to give it your all. You got to be in it with 100% from the start.
No, Marshall, don't be stressed. Honestly, as I know we're trying to hype up how competitive this tournament is and how tough it sounds, we want you guys to have a lot of fun, and we honestly have a lot of fun watching you guys, and just deep breath in, deep breath out. See you in the
at the end of the day, we are having like a competitive tournament, but it's supposed to be fun. So if you're stressed, if you got the butterflies, drink some water, dude. Just get in there. It's okay to have that. Even like the best of the best players in the world in other sports get nervous. So it's okay. It's okay. Use those jitters to your advantage.
You guys know the Olympics just happened, and I'm very sure a lot of those Olympians were super nervous like you. I know this is not like in comparison to the Olympics or anything like that. It's honestly just Ninjala. This is for fun. I know there's money on the line, but I think it's just for fun.
Yeah, what you got over there, Logic? What's that? The
blowing bubbles for these players to release the jitters.
Release the stress, dude. Yeah. Those bubbles are their stress. Just pop them. They're fine. No more stress, dude. That's how it works. Before we get into this next match, Starling, we just mentioned this, but similar to the MMM that we just had back in May, we have a very similar rule for this tournament here today in terms of the Scorching Ippon. I believe in the last tournament it was called the Master Ippon, or I forget what it was specifically called. But this is going to actually change the game.
Ippon bonus.
Massive melee Ippon bonus. That's definitely a tongue twister for sure. But we have a very similar rule for the Scorching tournament here, Starling. If you kind of want to go in to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, of course. So one thing that is a little bit exciting about this tournament is that we're actually incentivizing the Ippon Master even more than usual, where if you manage to get the Ippon bonus in this game, not only are you going to get the 1,000 points that you normally get for Ippon Master, but you're also going to be receiving an extra 1,000 points on top of that, which is definitely going to make sure that, if you put in the work to get all those Ippons during the game, you will be pretty much guaranteed to hold your top spot for the group, which I definitely think will be very exciting. Besides, it's also going to just generally encourage more interactions in the game, and we're most likely going to get to see some very, very interesting interaction between these players and how they fight for this bonus. It's gonna be great.
Logic, you hyping yourself up over there a little bit?
Yeah, dude. Like all these guys coming together, just beating each other up. That's the best. So I don't know. I'm excited to see just like what kits people use, what weapons people use, and just how they, how everybody just has like a different variety of attacking each like group. So
as you guys know, in season 6, we got the new sorry, the Sphinx Valley stage. Now, we've talked about this in the past tournaments where each stage has, I guess, more favored weapons. So since this stage is newer, what do you think people are going to be bringing in? It's a little bit on the bigger side. Do you think they're going to be bringing in more of like the Matsuri boards, or are they going to bring in the new motor weapons? What do you think? To like, get around.
When it comes to Sphinx Valley, I don't think like Sphinx Valley is like a big stage, but I don't think it's like big like Eagle City or like Croissant Arena. So I think you can still kind of get away with like Ippon katanas. You can probably still get away with like hammers. Like everything is still kind of condensed, especially when you see that what's it called, the set drone. So because people are still going to be fighting over that because people want those Ippons and you get easy Ippons with those. So it's all just going to come together. I think any weapon will excel at Sphinx Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me.
I hate doing it.
Do have a couple thoughts on Sphinx Valley. So a very interesting thing with this map is that the meta for this map developed very quickly compared to the other ones as soon as it came out, where people very quickly found out that you can have two ways to play this map, right? You can play for set drone and aim for the Ippon bonus at the end, because set drone does facilitate that with increased damage as well as the guaranteed Ippon, regardless of whether you KO them or do the traditional type of Ippon, you'll always be guaranteed to get that bonus. But the other way to play this map, and the way that is very, very consistent, is that you can play this map for drones. The way that the map is laid out, there's a very easy 3-drone rotation split on each side of the map. And because there's such a big objective in the set drone where players will be so, they're going to be focusing a lot of their damage and time trying to get that set drone bonus, which is so powerful for getting Ippons and things like that. While that is going on, you actually have free reign to go around the map, both sides, and absolutely skyrocket your point total just by collecting the drones that are left available on the map while people are distracted with the set drones. So definitely, some high risk on the set drone and some consistency to be found on the just drone generation around the map. And there's, both of these are very viable and very great ways to win in this map. So I'm very, very excited to see how these players here will play around those win conditions here. It's gonna be good.
I think a very similar statement to what you just said, Starling. Obviously, I think you were the one who brought this up, but having a smaller group, it does tend to encourage a little more droning than it does fighting in an 8-way free-for-all. And that's not to say that it's not a viable strategy, but remember, only 4 people from the 5 in each group today are going to be moving on. So getting the points where you can be getting points is going to be vital. As it comes to the set drone, and specifically Sphinx Valley, I think once the set drone drops, you might see a couple, maybe 1 or 2 players go for it, just to, nail that Scorching Ippon bonus. But I think for the majority of at least the players we're going to be seeing in this first group, Group D, I think most of them are going to prioritize getting a few drones to stay ahead of the competition here. And that's not an awful way to win in a group of 5. But in terms of how Sphinx Valley gets played, it's more of an open map, and as you said, Logic, you're right, it's not Eagle City. It doesn't have multiple levels of elevation that you have to be worried about if you can just get dropped on from above, or just get, have a sneak attack come from below you. Sphinx Valley is a relatively flat, open map, so there is a lot of space. There is almost no area in the map that you cannot be seen by another player from. So that could incentivize some fighting as well. I personally really like Sphinx Valley. I think it's the best stage in the game right now.
What do you think about?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're actually ready to hop right into the first battle of Group D. So Starling, Logic, why don't you guys take it away, and we will see you guys back when we're all here again.
Here we go.
All right, Starling. This
Logic. Here we go. Oh my god, man. So already you want to talk about some of the weapons that we are seeing for this first game in Group D?
Okay, so first off, we got Mushi. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but Mushi with the spinner. The spinner is a very consistent weapon. If you hit, it's more than likely going to be an Ippon. Almost every single time it's guaranteed. Piggybacking off of that, spinner, I think it's going to be exceptionally good in this lobby in particular because, as you saw before, we have 3 hammer classes in this lobby, which means Mushi is going to be getting the very best possible matchup for the spinner, which is the hammer class. So there is a range advantage against hammers when you're using the yo-yo. A good hammer player knows what to do still, but you're still at a disadvantage no matter how good you are.
Very true.
All right, here we go. So Starling, the gimmick about Sphinx Valley is the set drone. Do you think people are going to be too busy working on that set drone, or you think people will kind of ignore it? What's the deal?
This is going to be very tough because you gotta think this is a very small lobby, 5 people, 5 players only, which means that there will be a lot less damage to be dealt to that set drone, which means it's probably gonna end up being taken much later into the match. You know, minimizing how much value you can actually get because you don't have that much time to get the value out of it, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
I think with this one we'll definitely figure it out. And already we see Gohar with a very nice opening on Benji. Benji, very luckily getting away from the hammer combo there. Curious how he did that.
Yeah, he's able to escape. I think they're both just going to separate from each other. There's no real need to take unnecessary risks. Madoka's gonna. Oh, I don't think he was able to get that drone.
There you go, Madoka on their tried and true Skyhammer. Madoka's been a Skyhammer main ever since the first
Oh
game.
no!
And they're not the only hammer in this game. Getting caught by 2 power buzzers at once. That was a perk.
And do you see how fast he was taken down? It was less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was instant, and that's the thing with hammers. Hammers have a very good damage output, good burst damage that they can be able to dish out and get rid of opponents very quickly. One of the many advantages of playing hammer in this game here. Going back over to Madoka, currently 3rd place, holding down their Tenchi Muyo. Any thoughts on what kind of plays we might see, Logic?
So everyone at this particular time does have their gum ninjutsu, so we might start seeing people use theirs soon. Tenchi is a really good one just to kind of throw people off their game. We also have the Fujiyama Rocket on Kalu, Tenchi on Madoka. Those are game changers. Those can make something happen, especially if you want to get those Ippons and those Ippon bonuses.
There you go. Plays waiting to be made here. Madoka being very careful. I think they're looking for the perfect opportunity to use that Tenchi. Gohar looks like they already used their rocket here. Were they holding 1st place there? I think they got a nice value out of that one.
So we have BNG in 3rd place right now. They're a Shinobi Beast, and they're oh my god!
Wow.
Get on the wall.
Yeah, Benji, extremely consistent with those Shinobi Beast Ippons, which can be pretty hard to get just because of the fact that people do get launched after the first hit. But oh, Madoka coming in with that Tenchi Muyo, getting some nice value there. Breaking up with like, hey guys, you gotta stop that right now. Very good stuff right here, and finding another Ippon with the break attack on Benji here.
Man.
That is 2 Ippons in quick succession for Madoka here.
That's a really good way to start off, especially with 88 seconds left. Uh-oh. Oh, that's going to be Ippon.
Excellent read here. Using the quick respawn invincibility to absolutely catch that player by surprise there, getting the Gumnet into the Ippon conversion with a beautiful break read. Amazing stuff from Benji here, currently holding 1st place and actually going for the set drone with only 1 minute left.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to. I don't think it's worth going for with 60 seconds left, at least by yourself. But prove me wrong. I'd love to see it.
I mean, we'll see, because you do get points every single time you hit it, and if you don't get contested, Benji, I actually ended up getting that because it seems that everyone else was thinking, man, nobody's gonna go for the set drone. I might as well not bother. But Benji was actually able to capitalize off of that.
Yeah, so with 40 seconds left, he has the set drone bonus, so he's able to get Ippons just by smacking people.
Yeah, exactly. You know, skateboard, he does have his big weapon, which means that if anyone gets caught unaware while he has a set drone bonus, everything he touches will be an instant Ippon, which increased damage. So a very good position right here. Gohar, however, moving over to 1st place in the last few seconds here.
So we have less than 20 seconds left with Kalu in 4th throwing their Fujiyama Rocket. Now in 3rd with that drone, we have Mushi, B&J in 2nd, 7,000 points, 8 seconds left. He's the Shinobi Beast. He's not messing around. There's 3 people over here. He can make something happen. Oh no.
No, the weapon had been broken. They do have that drone bonus secured, however. Not sure who took the Ippon bonus that game. Let's see. I got her with drone bonus. And I do believe we'll see Madoka actually with a great Ippon performance here. And thanks to that bonus, they're actually gonna be shooting up all the way to 2nd place.
That's awesome, dude.
There you go, good stuff right there. I mean, Madoka, one thing that I do know about their plays is that they always go for the some of the more aggressive plays. As you see, they're not afraid to just kind of run at you and you know, just challenge you to a fair fight. And they do tend to come out on top since they're so experienced with taking these these encounters. Good stuff from Madoka right there.
Sometimes
all the competitors here. Yeah.
Yeah, an aggressive playstyle can really benefit you sometimes in Ninjala. You know, it's like a high risk, high reward thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's like if you know, most people, you know, especially in a small group like this, you probably want to play a little bit more safer. There's a lot more points available on the map, but there is some spoils to be reaped from the people that do go for that more like in-your-face playstyle, because you know maybe most people might not expect that. You know, it's pretty good.
So just
Already-
overall, Starling, like, what did you think of that last match? Like, was it up to the standard, the high quality standard?
It was good. So I saw some pretty you know, some pretty brave plays. I really like the way that Madoka made use of their ninjutsu to eliminate opponents while they were trying to take care of their objectives. Very smart, used very good positioning there. Other than that, I was very impressed with that decision that Benji made towards the end to actually solo that set drone, which can very easily backfire if somebody gets you caught or somebody sees you taking that set drone. You tend to be more vulnerable. So
Yeah.
very brave and very high risk, high reward. You know, decision that he made there. That I really
That was a very bold move. Me personally, I'm thinking like, man, somebody's gonna smack that guy while he's doing that. But instead, he was just able to get it and make something out of it. You know, and sometimes that you need that risk.
Yeah, no, that was the perfect perfect decision here. We're gonna put them in a very good spot to advance onto the next rounds. And let's see, now for this next game, we do have you know, quite a few weapon changes. We still have the same. We have a skateboard still in the lobby, just on a different player now, which I think will work very well here in a map like Croissant Arena. Any thoughts?
Yeah, Croissant Arena is a big map, so you just want to be able to move quickly. I think just having that, just being able to move fast is just going to help better than probably any other weapon. Being able to move around, find players, find drones, it just helps.
Yeah, I think, you know, at least from seeing some of the JP players, Jira comes to mind, where if you play skateboard in Croissant Arena, this is one of your favorite maps because the drone rotation is so juicy, right? You have a good rotation up top, you have one down low, and the fact that you have Shinobi Beast on top of your skateboard, really lets you capitalize on the best features of the map. I mean, come on, you literally have a map on the bottom of the map that tells you where everything is. So there's a really good plan to be made around that win condition here for sure.
I like that word that word that you used to describe it, juicy, because that's exactly what really perfectly describes it. Like all these drones, dude, they're just juicy points. Like you gotta grab them.
Yeah, and like the fact that the map is split up between two elevation levels, you have the lower section and you have the top section. A lot of the time, people will get caught up, you know, in their fights in a certain section of the map, leaving the other one completely exposed. And if you know, you as a player are able to recognize that, you can very easily snowball auto control in a map like this, where you don't, you know, if you once you get to one section of the map, you might stay there for like, you know, 2 or 3 minutes, maybe half the match. And there's definitely a lot of ways to you know, to work around that. So I'm so excited to see how they play this map.
Yeah, we're getting into the next match here. It's going to be on Croissant Arena, and we're going to see what these tremendous players are going to do today.
So, you know, obviously because of the format of the tournament, we did see quite a bit weapon changes. One of my favorite ones so far was definitely the Mellow. I think it's one of the stronger weapons here just because of how many corners and corridors there are. It's so easy to catch someone in a corner or in a big fight, especially in that lower area where you can get so much value from those Tenshi moves. But getting straight into this match, Benji on the Shinobi Spinner.
Already into a scuffle, and that's guaranteed. Oh, it's not.
Oh no!
It is.
Actually making use of their S-words there. Good use of the S energy, but regardless of that, Benji's still able to come out on top after that pair.
And he's able to get the first Ippon, and he's able to get a drone. So that's like a really good start. You're ahead of the game.
Yeah, literally the best possible start on this map. You want to get your first Ippon early, as well as your first drone. And here, Benji looking to get guard here. Not gonna get any probably because of that. Yeah, he actually got out that net there, but still a very good position for Benji right now. Madoka on the Mellow mode, currently holding 4th place here.
Yeah. So one of the consistent things I like about the spinner is just that it's just very consistent. You know what you're getting into. That is a one-hit KO. That hurts.
Yeah, Spinner, one of those weapons where your whole game plan is to win that one neutral interaction and just completely explode on your opponent with your very, very consistent kill options.
Absolutely.
Well, there is one mix-up where if you have your Espers and the Spinner players try to keep you in that bind, you do have the opportunity to get out of it that way, like we saw at the beginning of the match. But Gohart, on his let's see, on the Ippon Katana right now, trying to catch up, actually getting themselves in 4th place. I think Ippon Katana a bit rougher to use in this map. Logic, any thoughts?
Yeah, the katana, I could see it being just a little harder to use, not because it's oh my god, literally because of that.
Nice. Big punish on the charging slash there from Madoka.
Yeah, like with Ippon Katana, at least from my perspective, I see it as like an aggressive class. You always have to come close, and that could just end up happening. You could just get Tenchi, dude. My goodness.
Yeah, like, very, very high commitment weapon where you kind of have to be all over, all up in your opponent's face to get any value. And Gohart,
it is dangerous right here. My God.
Yeah, like you have to get so close. It makes you susceptible to get bounced, especially with that these nets are in this lobby here, and it's not the easiest matchup here.
Yeah, it's so tough. Like when you get into a scuffle, there's always going to be a third person that's watching you. And it's so hard to deal with that, No matter how good you are, it's always going to be hard to do. Right here, you have 3 people. Like, it's so hard.
Gohart once again getting caught off guard here, getting into a fair situation, and the break hammer actually breaking up the fight once again.
It's never safe. Oh, that's a good. He might get it. Oh, no.
No. The tornado able to get Gohart out of that bind situation here.
I celebrated too soon, Star. I thought he was going to get captured.
Yeah, me too, man. It's like, oh no. Well,
wow, that's good. But Kalu's gonna be the one to capitalize on it, or is he? No.
Oh my god, that was a big back and forth here.
Into Tenchi, like.
Yeah, those Ippons getting passed around a little bit. Everybody get a little piece of that. Benji got an Ippon with his warp attack with a yo-yo special. We saw Madoka with her Tenchi Muyo. Kalu with her Tenchi Muyo. Everybody gets some good value out of that interaction, and Benji. He just seems to be fighting everyone right now, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Anybody on this map, like he has the most Ippons right now. I think he's got 6.
Yeah, I think he's definitely holding the Ippon master right now with 6, putting themselves in a very good spot. Ooh. For a second there, Logic, I thought he got caught by a shark on the platform. People do really like using those here, but we don't have a puppet in this lobby, so I think that's not the case. Benji using the very last ninjutsu for the game here. Only 10 seconds left in the match. Looking like Benji's game right now.
We don't have much time right now. There's not much they can do to catch Benji with 6 Ippons, probably 7 now.
And he has a big Ronaldo himself here in the last few seconds. No, that is going to be a very, very good game for Benji. About 2,000 points ahead the rest of the lobby here, putting himself in a
very decisive win. Very decisive. This guy is insane. Someone sponsor him.
Yeah, like Benji, like I said, definitely my favorite player to take the group right now. 8,000 points, 9,000 with the extra 1,000-point bonus. Definitely gonna, for my money, definitely gonna be the person that walks with the first spot in the group right now. Very good stuff to all the players. Loved all the plays from Madoka, Kalu, Gohart, every one of them doing such a great job during those games.
Amazing job.
Those are some intense matches, guys. Oh my gosh.
Couldn't help but smile at all. I couldn't help but continue to smile the second game because BNJ showing exactly why the spinner is ridiculous. I love that weapon so much, and we're gonna see.
The consistency is.
It's such a consistent weapon because you don't necessarily struggle. Sometimes you're not guaranteed that next hit with other weapons. Like sometimes with the hammer, even if you do everything properly, you're not guaranteed that next hit. But with the spinner, it's almost always consistent. Almost always.
Yeah, there's a very high catch rate on that. Once you get your first hit, the rest of them tend to come naturally, where you can be able to continue with your normal attack string. You can jump cancel into your gum shot if you're going for that Ippon, and there's very few cases where you will not get that conversion because it is such a good setup that the spinner has available in their kit. On top of the tornado being a way to increase your Ippon generation even more. So very good.
Yeah, and Benji actually. Benji actually saved a few Ippons there. The one specifically that I look at during that match was when Kalu actually weapon broke. The person Benji had bound right by that drone, that large drone, and Benji actually switched targets to hit Kalu after, so Kalu couldn't confirm the Ippon, and Benji could still confirm the Ippon that they set up the bind for. So that was an amazing play as well from Benji. So very good weapon knowledge as well. And you know what? That's not the only good spinner we're going to see today.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's going to be one of the stronger picks overall in this entire tournament.
Yeah, quick thinking like that is just like really good. Just being able to make a quick decision in such a split time. You know, we only get like what, 4 minutes in the match, right? So being able to just decide in such a quick frame, like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do to prevent this guy from getting an Ippon and take my Ippon back. You know, I think that's like a really impressive way to play.
Oh yeah. And obviously there was a little bit of a scoreboard switch up there. Obviously, in the first game on Sphinx Valley, you saw Mushi had a little bit of a rough game, but then second game you have the opposite there. You had Gohart having a rough game with the Ippon Katana there, Starling. So really, this is anybody's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a very close call for who's going to advance Logic.
Yeah, just like I said, every player is going to be good, right? So if somebody catches you, that's literally what it's about. It's about catching people slipping. You saw like BNJ, he literally would enter like fights already, right, with a third person, or sometimes people would come into his fight and he would still come out victorious. So you just have to be about those decisions, dude. Decision making, huge.
Yeah, definitely agree. And Spinner, you know, in an environment like this, definitely the best third-party weapon in the game. Just because of that range that you have the ability to interrupt people. In a lot of scenarios, you can be able to interrupt parries. You can be able to capitalize off of already finished parry situations, and it's just such a good, you know, weapon to, you know, even if you haven't been there from the very beginning, you can be able to show up and do what you need to do to walk away with a lot of points in your pocket. So. Definitely going to be seeing some more of that weapon throughout the bracket, I'm sure, and a lot of good players who represented as well. In Benji, Su as well, a very good spinner player, and of course we have our boy Snug Kieran,
a lad,
our resident spinner main from Europe that I am so excited to see in this next coming groups, man. It's gonna be so good.
So we actually have these scores up.
Oh,
our
here we
semifinalists from the D group is going to be Benji, Gohart, Madoka, and Kalu. Mushi, you did amazing. Please don't feel bad for being eliminated in the first round.
Yeah.
It was really close. You did so great. Thank you so much for participating. I really appreciate it.
A very, very good
Benji with a 5,000 point lead, Starling. I don't think any of us in this call are shocked right now.
This is definitely up to Benji's standard. I do have very high expectations for this player. He has been #1 in the Battle Royale global leaderboard for quite some time now. I'm pretty sure he held that spot for the better part of a week before he took a small little break. You know, when you play the game for a very long time to try to grind to that top spot. It's always good to, you know, remember to always take a break and make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, guys, when you grind that rank ladder. But anyways, Benji definitely one of my favorites to make it very far in the tournament, for sure.
Would you? All right, not wanting to jinx anybody here, but do you think Benji can make it to Grands, Starling? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how easily?
No. It's not, that is not a real question, right? So obviously, we'll definitely see Benji in grand finals. That is going to be a given. The question is going to be how far are they going to be able to make it? Is there going to be any upsets perhaps in this coming semifinals? That might be pretty interesting, but I would be very surprised to see if Benji doesn't at the very least make it to that grand final stage. And then if something happens there, then we can start talking about that.
Hey, it's all, like I said, you never know what's gonna happen. It's like playoffs, dude. You know, like there's some times where like players, really good players, like will not perform how they should. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but you just have to prepare for the possibility. You know.
Oh man, I don't want to accept it.
Anything could happen. That's what tournaments are about. Anything.
Star's just like, I need to see my boy BNJ in finals. He needs to be there.
He's like my son, right? He needs to. He's gonna get into Harvard. All right, he's gonna do it. I believe. Anyway.
Before we get into the match, another player.
Keep it chill in the chat, please. We're here for fun. Please calm down. Thank you. Anyways, we're gonna be moving on to Group C right now. We've got Sue, Georgia, Snug, some guy called Sean, and Julian. What do you guys think? Okay, so his name is some guy, but he said it's okay if we call him Sean too. So I was just like,
that's like his full name is some guy called Sean.
Okay. I was like, wait, did he just?
I think the thing to watch out for in this group is, like, let's be honest, there's a brotherly rivalry in this group between Sean and Snug, and I had the opportunity, to talk to both of them, a few days before the tournament, just casually doing some 1v1s and just doing some free missions, having some fun with the lads, and they said to each other, there is no mercy between each other at all. So I think you're gonna see them constantly maybe go at each other. I think that'll be a fun matchup to see, but obviously they're gonna have to worry about Sue Starling. Sue, obviously another spinner representative, but on the same vein, you also have Snug in this group, a fantastic spinner representative. So, I mean, this is anybody's matchup, but this is gonna be a very interesting group.
We are going to see, maybe not in the same, maybe perhaps not in the same game, but we'll definitely see a whole lot of spinner play in this lobby, just because of the amount of proficient spinner players that we have, and spinner mains are in the lobby. However, Snug already, picking a bit of a different weapon for the map here. Actually, I really agree with this pick for the map, going with the extreme motor for this first game on Sphinx Valley. Any thoughts, J-Man? I know you like that weapon quite a bit.
I'm nodding my head over here because I, as an extreme motor player myself, this thing in Battle Royale has a ton of options to not only break into fights and steal Ippons, but it has a lot of power. It is able to use its special to pretty much instantly break drones, because every hit with that special, a follow-up hit creates a secondary blast, which actually cannot be bursted, and it pops your opponent into the air, allowing for some very good Ippon setups, or as well as dealing some additional damage to a drone, able to break a drone relatively quick just with a couple hits of the turbo as well. But looking like, seeing at this group currently, everybody's still probably picking their weapons, but Snug might be the only EX specifically in this group, but I really like the pick specifically because, once again, I believe we are going to be going to Sphinx Valley here for round 1. So EX on this map, you've got a lot of mobility options. It doesn't necessarily directly match the mobility of a skateboard, but having an option to keep yourself moving constantly without needing to use S energy in a much needed scenario if you need it, very vital.
Very good burst. And now one last thing about Extreme Moto before I move on to some of the other players that we have in this lobby is that the War Sniper in particular has a very fun interaction in this map in Sphinx Valley, because that horse is actually a multi-hit, which means if you aim it down...
Alright,
there we go.
Seems like we are going to hop into Group C. We're going to go in with Starling and CAJ-Man, and Logic and I will go and sit back and relax in the sun that Starling is in, so have fun.
There we go. So getting into Group C right now, we have Georgia, very well-known artist in the community. They've done some wonderful pieces that we've all seen during the art showcases that we've done in the past, and they're still putting out some great Ninjala art. And not only are they a great artist, but they're also a fantastic caliber player. I've had the pleasure to run into them in several ranked matches in the past, and I have to say they have some very good game knowledge and strategy that we'll definitely see into play today, as well as a lot of the great players that we have in this group. Now, speaking of players, J-Man, do you have any players that you think we should be keeping our eyes on as we get into this first game?
You're definitely going to want to keep an eye on Sue here. Obviously, we talked about Sue a little bit. Sue is a very strong player all around, a good spinner representative. Unfortunately, not playing spinner this first game, but maybe we will see it game 2. Sue has very good matchup knowledge in terms of what weapons can be very effective against other weapons. So expect Sue to maybe go for a few engagements if possible. The other player I'm going to have you watch out for is actually going to be Sean, because he is playing the Scrap Saber, and we all know how oppressive that kit is with the wide attack gum laser, so that is going to catch some people off guard for sure.
Such a good weapon right now. Definitely. So Sean definitely is my second pick for this group here. I think he's going to be forced to be reckoned with that scrap saber. And but for the meantime, we're gonna be starting off things on Georgia on that skateboard. The same pick that we saw from Benji on this map. So definitely looking forward to see how they played that weapon in this map. So unfortunately getting caught off early by someone over there, some guy named Sean. Look at this setup here. Using the Froggle Book and the laser to secure this drone right here. How do you contest this?
You don't. That's the thing. You have the laser, you got the froggy block, you've got all the wide attacks. And obviously, Sean was very aware that Julian was going for a back attack there. Using that wide attack, it is a vortex effect, of course, with these
40 seconds in, and Sean already has a big weapon, which means they're going to have a very good time in this engagement trying to secure these Ippons now that they have access to those big lasers, which is pretty much a guaranteed bind from a very, very generous range here.
And of course, another player with big weapon here, Starling. You do have Sue, who is now engaging Julian. Does not go for the break, actually goes for the bind and
no need. There is no need. No need for breaks here. There you go. First and goods is coming into play.
Yeah, punishing play coming out, and I'm not sure where that's going to go as Snug tries to go for the shotgun there. Gotta love that new ability about using that turbo to the advantage. Gets the horse out, and there is an Ippon, of course. Snug safely in third place, at least at the moment, as Snug may be looking to steal this drone before entering this fight up top above, but a pretty even scoreboard for the first top three right now.
Yeah, so looks to currently be holding the Ippon Master with 2. With a nice generous 2 minutes still left in this match. It looks like Sean actually very recently used their Shinobi Disco. As you can see, the super armor still being active there, putting them in a pretty safe spot. Sue actually overtaking first place from Georgia, who I believe to have been our previous first place holder here, putting himself in a really good spot.
Yeah, Georgia obviously struggling a little bit in this matchup, more than I thought they were going to, Starling. Not able to do this, but this gun net is huge. Gets one.
Catching 2?
Can they get... No, Sue did not get bound, unfortunately, so Sue was able to dash out of that just in time. Georgia only able to secure 1 there, and that is really unlucky because that was a perfect gum net for some Ippons, but just getting 1 is good enough for Georgia, and they're going to move on as Snug here backing up. That is exactly the EX combo on the you see all the time.
Oh my god, the range! Did you see that snipe? Oh,
the laser range is crazy, but unfortunately, Sean is getting back by the skateboard.
Yeah, the classic. The fully tricked out skateboard will one-shot you no matter what weapon you are, and then Sean gets the worst deal of that right there.
Oh, Sean, though, gets guard out of the block. A very good bind, though, coming out from Sean now. Gonna go for the Shinobi Disco.
Oh, the wall strike into Shinobi Disco.
Georgia. That is going to be Ippon for Sean. Holy smokes, man.
Yeah,
that was just such a unlucky laser.
That was a very, very funny interaction there. Looks like we're starting to see players start to go for the set run here. We have about 40 seconds left. Snug with that worst nightmare. Trying to get some nice hits in, and looks like Sue actually ends up getting that set run. Run for your life right now. You're not safe.
Snug actually got the shotgun bind, and that's huge. He steals the set drone, but it's not going to be enough. As Julian's going to then steal the set drone from Snug. And now Sean steals it from Julian, so now Sean has the set drone. Honestly, this match started off kind of fast, Starling. Not as much droning going on in a smaller lobby, just very aggressive play from all these weapons. And this is a very
even now with only 5 seconds left, everyone trying to get their last second Ippons in, trying to secure that Ippon bonus for the end, and that's gonna be the first game.
What a game, man!
Here we go. Look at how even these score lines are, man. Everyone is so close. You can tell they were really fighting for this one here. Ippon is actually going to our sleeper pick, some guy named Sean, taking first place in the lobby right now. How about that?
Scrap Saber doing Scrap Saber things, Starling. You love to see good Scrap Saber play, and as you said, that laser, that instant bind laser, especially with the buffs it got, man, it really makes it a threat, and especially with that Vortex wide attack, you're coming into the opponent if you get hit with that Vortex wide attack, so there is no escape if you get hit with that.
Yeah, well, definitely one of the best options available in the game right now. Just covers so many of your blind spots. It is so hard to approach. When you combine a wide attack like that with a gum shot like laser, you really do have yourself very safe and covered when you're trying to secure objectives in this game. So, very, very good stuff right here.
a very even scoreline, as you said, pretty much all throughout. Obviously, Julian, the low man on the totem pole, at least for that first game, but obviously that could change as we see Julian breaking out a bit more of I believe their main weapon here, Starling. I know we were talking about this because you and I weren't as familiar with Julian in this group, but from what we could tell, Julian was a drill player, so it looks like we are going to be seeing that going into the next match and seeing some other weapons. Starling, are you looking at what I'm looking at right now?
Yep, there it is. So this is something that we were definitely expecting to see. If not in the first game, definitely in the second one. Snug and Su going with their, arguably their strongest weapon right now, which is the spinner for both of these players respectively. And some Ganesh, I'm saying the scrap, Chu and B family, of course, since he is the most knowledgeable in that field. Very good to see. Meanwhile, Julian, just like you said, going to their main weapon. It looks like they were going for the strategy where you kind of play the first game with like the off weapon. You're like, okay, whatever, let me see if I can get some points in. And then now for the game that matters, this last game of the group, bringing out the main weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sean in a 5-person lobby opting to actually go with Chewing V here for the Mixer. Now, I know Piercing Mixer obviously isn't the greatest ninjutsu in the game, and I always say if
in
Piercing
VR
Mixer
in
could
particular.
do... In VR in particular, I always say if Piercing Mixer could do gum damage, technically the Ippons could still be stolen, but it'd be a little bit easier for Mixer to secure Ippons. So, you know, maybe that might be something to look at going into the future. But I also want to point out that Sean is only running 3 Shinobi cards.
Oh, so this must mean that he has an optimized kit specifically for this map and specifically for this weapon. Croissant Arena, as you know, is one of the maps with the highest S energy orb density in the game, which means cards like Energy Hoarder get a bit of a buff here because you can get so much more value than usual just by going around the map the way that you normally do. And with a ninjutsu like Piercing Mixer in a map like this has so many drones available in a 5-player lobby, I think Sean has a recipe for a lot of success going to the second game, J-Man.
Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of where and when Sean uses this Mixer, especially, as we said, Mixer is going to be a tougher option to use. But if Sean positions it properly, and I know Sean is very good at positioning good Mixers, you might see maybe a couple Ippons come out as well as a drone with that Mixer. Or Sean might also just go for a couple drones with the Mixer, which isn't a bad option either. Obviously, any way to get points on the board is going to be huge. As we get into, of course, Croissant Arena going to the homeland. Starling once again.
Here we go. Second and final game of the group here. Let's see what these players can do. Most people here, the majority of the lobby on their main weapon right now. Can't wait to see how they play this one out. Taking a look over at Snug as our first player here, getting caught by that gum shot from their brother. I'm sure he's yelling at him right now, shaking his face like, Sean, did you just shoot your gum at me in the first 5 seconds of the match? Yeah, like, let me just walk over and take that switch away from you. Was Snug able to secure, it looks like they were able to secure that first drone in a very contested spot here. And Su actually catching Snug. Some spinner action here. Su gonna get the better of them here and get that first Ippon.
Into the ceiling, Snug goes here, but a very interesting match right away. And obviously, Sean using that Froggy Block to the advantage, cancels the S-Burst, unfortunately, gets another one, is going to opt to dash out of it. Good call, Julian trying to secure an Ippon there. Unfortunately, Sean did not want to deal with that right now. But I really like that. There were all pretty much 4 of the 5 players there right off the bat, Starling, fighting for one of those top drones. So a lot of early points coming up on this board. So now I think you're going to see a bit more of a spread here as you see Sean kind of doing his own thing. But Julian still hot on the heels.
Oh, here we go. Parry situation. Actually going the way of Julian here. Should be able to secure this Ippon unless something can save his berry and actually opted to dash out. Such a smart option right there. No need to risk that when you're already in a good spot. But Julian, how many parries does Sean have, man? Oh my goodness.
I don't know, man. He's doing it well, but here comes Julian's Punishing Blade, which could be huge, but gets hit with the Froggy Block. And Su obviously going to take advantage of this. Ooh. Somehow, Sean lived. Is it me or did the spinner go right through?
That is so much. So, okay, so first mixer coming out from Sean. A bit of a rough spot right here. Going to get caught by the Tenshin Muya from Georgia. Yeah, that's the thing that we're talking about, man. Piercing Mixer, pretty powerful, but it's all about that positioning, and there, Sean getting caught a little bit out of position right there.
And Georgia opting for a hammer here. Obviously, one of the greatest buffs that the hammer just got, Starling, was being able to kill anything off of that break attack now. So
Yeah.
a huge
The
boon for
front of
the
that
hammer to
string,
be a bit
man.
more offensive.
Definitely, man. And speaking of offensive play right here, the spinner so oppressive right now, getting another Ippon for Sue. Very curious to see what the Ippon counts are for this game right now. Actually, Sue holding it down with 2 right now, with about a little bit over a minute and a half left in the match right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say a relatively low Ippon count actually at the moment. You'd think maybe Snug and Sue would be looking for a little more.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely because because of those early engagements, there were definitely a lot of KOs that happened that were not converted into Ippons just because of the fact that, oh, that tornado. Oh, these 2 spinner players sharing the same brain cell right now, using the going for the setup, but Sue does catch Snug off guard once again, getting their 3rd Ippon of the match right now.
Yeah, Snug unfortunately could have had that Ippon earlier on the Sue, but unfortunately just shot the gum net over the head. Georgia actually missed the Tenchi.
Oh, such a rough miss right there, but Sue able to capitalize off of that and seal that Ippon away from what would have been Georgia's right there.
Getting back into Sue.
Forget.
Sean's mixer actually looking for a drone there. Unfortunately, it didn't spawn in time, and it looks like
Oh,
Sean
the
was
timer.
targeting Sue with that mixer. Unfortunately, no advantage off that mixer. And Chewing Bee is a harder weapon to play over the scrap for sure. It has very good routes regardless, though. Froggy Block is very good at setting up attack strings, but obviously right now Sean in a little bit of trouble with that mixer pick. Not doing too bad, though. Still got 7 drones on the board.
Yeah, only a few seconds left in the match. Sue looking to catch yet another victim with that spinner setup right there. However, Georgia able to come in just in time and save our main character from getting Ippon there. Only 10 seconds left. Oh, and some brother on brother action here. Sean actually taking out Snug in the last few seconds here, getting themselves a nice Ippon right there to pretty much close out the match here. Here we go.
Yeah, and just a last second tornado in the sky. Of course, it's
There you
Snug
go.
dropping the last
Yeah.
second tornado. Just seeing if you
You
can
got
get a
it.
hit. But look at this. Again,
Had to let it rip.
yeah, absolutely. A good match all around. You see those middle places very close overall, but to no one's surprise, Sue with spinner absolutely tore up that game, Starling.
Yeah, very strong start and very strong finish all throughout. A very consistent performance from a lot of our players here. I gotta point out how I love that. Both brothers have the exact same winning pose emote. I think that's very wholesome. Here we go.
We're back. Hello.
Hello,
spinning pose
welcome
like this?
back.
Like this?
Is it that way?
Here we go.
Where are we
All
going?
right,
Are we
here
going
we
that way? Are we going that way?
There we go. So we are back. JM and Logic. What do you guys think about those matches?
I was impressed. Like, I'll be honest, I was impressed. A lot more fighting in that first game on Sphinx Valley than I thought we were going to see, Starling, but it all came down to the picks of these players right off the bat. Snug obviously opting for an Extreme Motor, which I think I mentioned to you that Snug was like, I'm going to pick up Extreme Motor for this tournament. And I said, go for it, because it's a very good BR option, and you saw Snug take good advantage of that. Some of those armored options getting into fights. Sean sticking with their strongest weapon out of the gate with the Scrap Saber, able to secure a fantastic first game, and then Sue's spinner play on the second game was just incredible to watch.
Yeah, those were some explosive matches. I think everyone did a really good job just on just participating, just being as awesome as they can be, dude. It really is high level play.
Julian, I see you in the chat. You still did really great. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know it can be really nerve-wracking. No cry emojis, please.
Yes, no crying.
Yeah,
Have
don't feel
fun.
bad, Julian. These guys in this tournament are like the best of the best. You're playing with the best. You're literally going against
You are
like
also
the
the best.
Olympic Ninjalas. So like don't feel bad, because like if you're able to like keep your own in these matches, imagine you just like in regular rank. You're gonna be a god.
True that. Yeah.
Like, honestly,
Always
if
an
we played
opportunity to
against you,
take
like,
this,
Duke and I, we'd probably have, like, 100, and you guys would all have, like, 10,000s, and it's just... But yeah, you guys are really great. Please don't feel bad. I think you did amazing. You were chosen for a reason. So, yeah.
You the best.
Madeline also
You
been
did.
practicing on the side though too. Madeline's ready for the
Yeah.
next Ninjala tournament to roll around too. So.
I can only watch
Oh,
Ninjala
come on!
tournaments, unfortunately. But if we do, like, another me versus Nick kind of deal... I don't know if I can play against Nick, though. He's gotten really good.
Yeah, Nick's improved for sure as well. But obviously, we're gonna be getting into the next group here shortly. Starling and Logic. What do you guys think of Group B coming up here?
So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting for sure. Edzy, JP, Marshall, Nagato, like Karu. My English is lost me there.
Corey? Yes.
Yeah. I think this is going to be just as good as match as any. We're just going to see people stand out. I don't know what weapons these guys will go for, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they pick.
All right, and moving on to the next round. Oops, sorry.
Look at this.
Oh, baby.
We've got
Oh.
Sue, Sean, Snug, Georgia, and then Julian, and with 5,000 points. That's still really great. Do not feel bad. I think you did really great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Everyone did
Julian,
amazing.
yeah, Julian
Yeah.
put up a great effort against some of the best players that EU has to offer in that group. So you know what, you should be you take those 5,000 points and you be proud of that because you earned those 5,000 points against 4 of the best EU players, without a doubt. But Starling, I mean, what do you think of these results, man?
Anyway, so let's have a little look-see here. So, just taking a look over right now, and I actually can't see them. Yeah.
Oh.
What? You can't see
Oh,
that.
I love that segue. Well, I actually can't see them.
I did manage to get them. It's just my stream was a little bit delayed there. I couldn't really get to see those until now. But I'm very happy to see how close all the points are for everyone that's advancing onto the next group. A little, not even a 1,000 point differential between all these players. So it's definitely going to mean that we're going to see some some even closer matches as we advance. Since the player pool will get, those fights will get, just that much tougher as we advance, and the lobbies get a little bit more stacked once we transition right back into the 8-player lobbies that BR is typically experienced in. Definitely gonna shift the way that things are played a little bit here.
Oh, absolutely, and then the map setup as well for those 8-player matches are going to be very different as well. Getting into that, but obviously we still got 2 more rounds to get through here. We're going to be bringing Group B shortly, but I just want to say right now, Sean has 1 point, Snug has nothing. Right now, Sean has one up on his brother. I think Snug's gonna be looking for a run back.
I mean, it's now coming out in second place for that second game, but still, that doesn't take away the fact that your brother got that Ippon on you at the end of the match. We all saw.
We still
probably
still
gonna be a little
have-
drama
Walk
here.
into the next room, just like.
He's gonna eat on in real life.
Hand it over. Hand it over right here. Yeah.
But he might have won the battle, but we still got a war. The tournament is still going on. We have
Definitely,
Group B, Group A, semifinals, and grand finals. Who is going to take home the crown?
Man,
Oh,
the
baby.
matches so far have been really great. It's really hard to say who we think would be in the grand finals. I mean, personally, like, they're all really great. All of the battles, like, the matchups have been really fast. It has been hard for me to keep up with it. So.
It's stacked. Every player's good. So you make one mistake and they're gonna capitalize on it. Every player's gonna capitalize on you. So you really have to just you just have to watch out. It's anybody's game.
Hey, T-Bite's finally in the chat. Where were you all day?
Yeah, T-Bite.
Let's go. We have some questions for you, sir. Sit up.
Yeah,
But
go
Maddie was
Right
Gung Ho Maddie was sad that you didn't sign up for
I
the tournament.
know.
She wanted to see you.
I was expecting you to be here. I wanted to see you in action on an official. Well, I mean, you've been on the official streams before, but you know what I mean. I wanted to see you in a special EU tournament.
Mhm.
Oh, T-Bite has been here since earlier. I didn't see his name until now. It's one of those questions. Would you like to be an ambassador? I wish I had the choice in who gets to be an ambassador, but unfortunately I don't. I can just sit here and keep watching your streams and YouTube videos.
Exactly, just like that. Now, So who do we have? What kind of map? So we're still on the same. We're gonna be on the same map rotation for the next two groups, right? It's gonna be
Right,
exact same for this round. Okay.
And obviously, I think we're finally getting set up here. But Logic, couple things I'm looking at in this next group. I see a drill.
All right, so.
All right, so one of the things.
CJ Man is going in, so.
So this is the J-Man and Logic Motion double.
Absolutely, sir.
So what I'm seeing here, what I really like, first of all, I like the dreads. Even though I don't have dreads anymore, I like the dreads. So, and the Asakusa wheel, I think it's a very underrated weapon. I think there are weapons that does what the Asakusa wheel does. Like, it just does, like, there's weapons that does what it does better. But I still think it has a place in Ninjala. It's one of the best weapons aesthetically, at least to me. And I think the kit's just like really fun.
I'm gonna be honest, it looks pretty cool. I really like the design of the Asakusa wheel, having basically an Oni on one side and a dragon on another side. That's actually pretty amazing to see. But very interesting weapon choices from all these players. Obviously, we're going to be seeing Nagato here on the Asakusa wheel. If I believe I saw Korilu on the drill. It's not going to look like a drill, but it will definitely be a drill once you see it in action. And a couple other things I saw. Obviously, we saw another hammer coming into this game, going up, Logic, and we also saw a skateboard, another skateboard.
So yeah, skateboards are always going to excel, as well as hammers. Those are always going to be two like very consistent weapons. I think really though, like what it depends on is just like it's going to matter on like if you got to capitalize on those third parties, you know, and getting those drones as well. But those Ippons are really going to stack you up as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to be an interesting choice to see how these players decide to engage Sphinx Valley, because a lot of them don't really have high mobility weapons. Except the skateboard that we see in this lobby. So you're going to see a little more fighting here than you would see droning, at least early on. But maybe not, as every player seems to have spread out relatively far apart. But maybe a fight coming in early between Marshall and Nagato here. But no, just opting to not engage.
Yeah, I think JP just has like the pleasure of moving around faster than everybody on the map. Doesn't seem like he saw Korilu there. Oh, that's an easy bind there.
Yes, it's an
he's on the wall.
Oh, unfortunately, drops the combo, drops an Utsu, though. It's not going to be enough as the parry happens.
He won't be.
Yeah,
he's getting away. There's no way.
No, indeed, and they are getting away. But the one thing I want to point out on Korilu is actually running Master of Change. Now, if you remember, Logic, Master of Change got a buff. That first hit off Master of Change is an instant bind now. Once you have those leaves circling around you. So maybe Korilu's gonna take that into advantage later as a net comes out, loses to JP's big weapon there.
But it's not over yet for him. They're just gonna both disperse. Sometimes it's just not worth the risk. Oh, he's binded. He's got no health. Oh, someone else picked it up. And he gets KO'd.
Edzy's also running a board here in this lobby as well. So JP and Edzy both running the board. Looks like Edzy ended up getting an
got caught by the searcher.
With an Asakusa.
It's going to reduce some of his S energy, but he should be okay. Marshall here just going to the next drone. Doesn't seem like anyone's followed him over here. It's just him. We have Korilu here on the drone as well. J-Man, what's the next action? What do they need to do? Oh my god!
You see the Punishing Blade come out, but unfortunately it got activated.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
That feels so bad. I feel that. Oh man, that feels so bad. Still.
Oh, and it looked like there was a great opportunity, but those iframes off the Punishing Blade activation wore off right as the Shinobi Beast hit. And as you know, Logic, Shinobi Beast does have a lasting hitbox for its strike, but into Tenchi Muyo, of all things you hate to see it. That's not a great ninjutsu placement here. JP is just getting out of there right now.
Yeah, so we have Nagito in first place, actually. 3,000 points. That's really good. 100 seconds left. He's going to get... he's able to make something happen.
Oh, unfortunately engaging in the parry. They're going to lose the fight, though. Can Korilu capitalize?
He can still get away. That's it.
Did manage to get the back attack connection, which is absolutely clean there, as Edzy runs in, trying to get the set drone. But there's a Shinobi Beast at the set drone.
There's two guys here. I don't know if this is the smartest play to go there with that Shinobi Beast there, but he doesn't seem to care. Oh, no.
The Shinobi Beast is rather aggressive there, though, to Logic, because you see the Shinobi Beast, but that Shinobi Beast is not immune to gum binds, and obviously the set drone had something to say about that.
True. Oh man, they're so aggressive for this set drone, and I understand you have to get it to get those easy Ippons, but that's gonna come at a risk. JP's back on the.
JP actually got the set drone and is just opting to run. Opting to run with it. Actually, not bad at all. As Nagito using their own Shinobi Beast here to activate, get a little bit of health back. Obviously, activating a Shinobi Beast not only fully restores your health, but gives you 400 health. The highest amount of health in the game, but unfortunately not really going to be able to make too much of that, not able to connect with any gum searches there.
Hey man, we have 40 seconds left, and JP has the set drone. He has 6,000 points. He's already made good usage of it.
Yeah, that double damage, it is a game changer, Logic. It really is. Just doing double damage in general, having that icon above you, you don't need to fight people. Granted, people will want to go for you, but you don't need to fight people, as Edzy might have something to say about that right now.
Oh, Edzy. Ippon. Love the Ippon animation as well.
All the way across the map, too, my man. That's got to feel bad. Because you
rough.
don't respawn until you hit that wall. So, like, that's a long distance to travel before you...
We got 5 seconds left.
Clean Ippon from Edzy there. A little fight going. Can Corey capitalize on this?
Does that count?
I don't think it will, unfortunately.
It was right there, right at the 0 second. Oh, man.
Is JP with the board? Getting drones? Nagito, though, with the Ippon bonus. So technically, if we add the additional Scorching Ippon there, Nagito actually taking first overall that game, Logic.
Right. That was a crazy match. Think about it, dude. Did you see all the craziness on the set drone, the Shinobi Beast, the into the Tenchi? That was a pretty crazy match, J-Man.
Yeah, overall, there was some pretty insane stuff happening in that game, but you're right. There was a lot more action around the set drone. Everybody really wanted that double damage and the Ippons there. And honestly, the set drone actually, I believe, saved Nagito from the Shinobi Beast at one point there, because the beast got bound as Nagito bursted. So Nagito did not get hit with the bind there. So a lot of luck, but JP sneaking away with that set drone there with like one extra hit.
I think this was probably in terms of just fighting around that set drone, I think this was the match where it just happened the most.
Oh yeah, without question. Now I'm interested to see what everybody switches to. Is JP gonna go, switch the board up? Are we gonna see the surfboard come out from JP? Are we gonna see Kamu Kamu come out from JP? Because JP seemed very comfortable, obviously playing that skateboard type of weapon there. And the same could be said for Edzy as well. Edzy could switch over to another board as well.
Right. We love to see these weapon switches, Shinobi card switches even, just because you probably get used to one playstyle from another player, but then they switch it up on you completely, which could change the whole game up on you, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think we're just waiting on a few players to come back into the lobby here. But getting into the next match on Croissant Arena, Logic, between these 5 players and what we saw and how hectic that first game actually got around the set drone, how do you go from playing a game that really focuses a heavy objective like that set drone to switching to a more open map? Like, what is your mindset going for that?
So here's my how I'm just arranging things. JP did really well with the skateboard, right? And in Croissant Arena, you really are awarded for being able to move around faster than others. So if they're able to do that again, they should have this in the bag.
I actually really like the cosplay we're seeing from Korolu here coming into the next game. That'll be really cool to see. As we are seeing some weapon switches as the players are coming back into the lobby, it looks like we're going to be seeing a few other weapons, but I'll wait to get the last player in the lobby before we reveal that, because obviously everybody's switching up their weapons right now. They're thinking. It looks like we might be seeing a board swap here. Onto Marshall now. So Marshall looks like they're going to be playing a board. JP, I called it. They're playing Caliber. They're playing Caliber. We're going to see Nagito potentially switch to the Scrap Saber here. We saw some good Scrap Saber play from Sean, and Edzy playing the Ippon Katana. So this is actually, there is 3 boards in this game coming up.
I feel like you know, this is an assumption, but I feel like Edzy's gonna struggle just because he's gonna find it really hard to hit these board players. These board players are just gonna be moving around. There's no real way you can hit them with the Ippon Katana. At least in my perspective, it's really hard. There obviously you can shoot them with a gum shot, but still, like, they're just able to get away, J-Man, like really quick.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that the JP is running the caliber as well. That just makes your gum shots null and void on that overpowering wave logic. So yeah, I don't think Katana is going to be the favorable matchup here. But it of course depends on the set Edzy's running. If Edzy can get a few sneaky gum shots in to stop a Sweet Ride player on a skateboard, you lose that Sweet Ride on skateboard, you lose all that extra damage. So if you just get tapped, it's you just have to wait for that thing to recharge, and you lose a lot of opportunity with that.
Yeah. But hey, maybe he'll prove us wrong, right? So anything can happen.
I'm just interested to see how Edzy's going to play out Croissant. Now, granted, Croissant has a lot of walls, at least on the lower section, not more toward, the green field sections of the map, but more more under those doors. There's a lot of walls there that you could really take advantage of wall shooter. But we'll see how Edzy plays this one out as we get right into it. And Nagato just going for the option here, and look at this. Already with the master change buff. Love it. JP wants a fight. JP wanted a fight there. I don't know if you saw that, but JP just hitting someone with the angry sticker there. Not able to find a drone, though. Gonna take a look at the drone map really quickly as Corlu with the little cosplay here. You see what they're doing, Logic. You see what they're doing. I like it.
This is a very a slow start. A lot of players just kind of getting their drones, getting their bearings, doing their tricks. 180 kickflip. This guy is getting hit by the surfboard. Everyone's taking their time.
Everybody's taking their time, and I'm wondering if you're gonna wait. You're gonna see more fighting when the big weapons start to come out here. But it's just interesting to see. It is relatively quiet at the start of this game. There was one KO, I think, and I don't know who performed it onto who, but it looks like Edzy gonna get the drone robbed by overpowering wave as JP is just out of there right now.
Yeah, JP's just gonna get out of there.
Yeah, running low on S energy though, but it looks like now we're gonna get that engagement here coming in as the charging slash
something has to happen
is not gonna be enough. JP dropping an Utsu semi-master, Edzy now dropping an Utsu. The gum grenade hit was very good.
They're both able to get away
in the same direction.
They might as well have went through with the parry.
Honestly, at that point, unfortunately, someone getting hit, a JP.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. As he got a free Ippon there with his tornado.
Very good. Notice that JP, even with such an offensive kit like the Caliber, opting to not fight as much as I thought we were going to be seeing JP fight. Really going for the drones here.
I think a good player can differentiate like when they want to engage and when not, and you have to pick your battles. And he might be picking his battles in a very smart way.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing a Shinobi Beast get chased down on Corlu with the UFO Ippon, dude. That's a great Shinobi Beast play. I know a lot of players think Shinobi Beast is, it's not the greatest ninjutsu in the world, obviously. Sometimes it just feels like you hit somebody. But that lasting hitbox, though, is really what makes Shinobi Beast so deadly. As we're getting
there's
a big
three ninjas here. Oh, in the middle, caught in the middle. Oh, Marshall. See you tomorrow, Marshall. Edzy's out here showing us that the katana can still be prevalent in Croissant Arena. Oh man, he's gone.
Out of nowhere, Logic.
Out of nowhere. Oh man, poor Edzy. He was on fire too.
Great drone, great respawn though for Edzy here. Gonna be able to secure a free drone. The only one with 3 Ippons in the match right now. So Edzy's putting in some work, looking like
Edzy popping off, dude.
Yeah,
I might have to retract my statement about the Ippon Katana. Maybe it could be good on Croissant Arena. It just matters on the player.
True. Absolutely. And obviously, I think we're seeing Edzy now engage once again with JP here. Now, Edzy does have the tornado, but look, JP takes the punishing blade, gets the drone, and is out. Does not want to engage Edzy at all because they realize that Edzy, hey, you're already in first place. I want to secure at least my spot here as Edzy, unfortunately, not able to read the break there. Gonna hit with another gum shot, gets the conversion.
That's it.
Just go for the KO here. Actually, an Ippon in this case. Not sure
he still got his tornado, J-Man.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. I think Edzy's really waiting for a multi-Ippon opportunity here.
He's got 20 seconds left. He has to use it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
I don't know if they were able to secure the drone now, but here's that big fight I was just mentioning, Logic. The disco's coming out, gets nobody actually as a
10 seconds
Marshall
left.
with the Shinobi Beast. Look
He's
at
binded.
all the fighting here. The
Oh,
laser's
no.
There. Edzy
No help.
manages to secure a
Pixel,
KO,
really
has
Pixel, 5.
1 HP, still just trying to live, is able to do so. Edzy hanging on literally at the
This
very
guy
end there.
is insane. This guy is in 1 pixel left. I don't think did he go down?
No,
he went down
unreal
once.
katana play from Edzy there. Right at the
Yeah.
end. Especially with all the pressure that was there. Shinobi Beast, Shinobi Disco, Gum Laser, Edzy through it all, staying alive.
Yeah. Being able to make smart decisions like that, knowing when to back out, knowing when to go in, and still being able to keep your life afterwards is crazy.
Yeah, very good game from Edzy there. And obviously, unfortunately, Coraloo struggling a little bit there that game. Waiting to see where that might place them in the boards here, if that will actually really hurt their chances. But, you know, it was kind of a story of a lot of fights happening late, but also a lot of fights on Croissant, specifically Logic, not happening, as we saw with JP and Edzy multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of it is just, honestly, I don't think JP wanted any smoke with Edzy. And you know, I respect that. Sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm not trying to fight this guy, because like 2 smart players going against each other, that battle's gonna take way too long, dude. Sometimes it's just worth not doing it.
I'm not.
Takes
muted, I'm just
forever,
not
man.
talking.
Yeah.
Was me.
So-
I'm the one that was muted.
Starling, so what did you think
agree,
of
I agree
that?
so much, man. So I just to piggyback off of what you just said, man. If you're in a higher level lobby and you know that the guy that you're fighting is good, like they know what the deal is, you're not gonna be able to just get in and get out quick, man. It's not gonna happen. You guys will spend way too long in that neutral, and what's gonna end up happening is that both of you guys will actually set each other back. In the general scheme of the game, so a lot of the time it's actually the smart decision to not go for the engagement, or try to go for the engagement when you're in an advantageous position. Maybe they're already fighting somebody, you go for a third party, or you catch them off guard in some other way. That is really the optimal way to fight when you know that the person is a very experienced and seasoned player like that. So all my respect to the decision making during that match. It was really, really beautiful to see, man. It was so good.
Now, Starling, I want to ask you, going into that match, specifically Edzy playing the Ippon katana, did you think Edzy was going to be as deadly as Edzy was there?
All right, man. All right, I'll be honest with you, right? It's
Point to
Edzy,
the
bro.
glasses.
Like it's like I gotta be serious here, right? So Edzy, has through and through been, in my opinion, the best katana in Europe right now. Even though they don't really main katana, they play mostly scroll blade, but this is a skill that can be transferred between the 2 weapons. And oh my god, like I saw the skateboard, I saw the color, I'm like, man, this is so doomed for Edzy right now. Like he's my boy, but oh my god, this looks so hard. But somehow, some way, they just managed to pull it out regardless, and just Ippon everyone that they saw, finding the right opportunities to use all of the tools that they have available on their kit, to just make the best out of it and come out on top, taking that first place with the Ippon Master, man. Such a great performance from Edzy, that I'm definitely looking forward to see more of as we progress further into the tournament.
All right. I think we're getting the results soon here. It's the mathematicians behind the scenes tallying the scores.
Yeah,
No, we just
mathematicians are like that.
gotta add that extra 1,000 for
Listen,
that
bro.
Ippon
Listen, bro. You don't
bonus.
just play
I mean, the
katana.
Scorching
You
Ippon
play more
bonus.
weapons.
Starling talking to BNJ in the chat. How dare you call Edzy the best katana? BNJ calling Starling a
Yes,
traitor
bro.
here. I see how it is.
Listen, bro. I said what I said.
Starling has to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Scores are
Right.
up. So we have Edzy with 14,219, JP with 13,459, Nagito with 13,150, Coraloo with 7,681, and Marshall with 7,128. Amazing job, everybody that participated.
Marshall, you did really great. Look at how close those scores
That's-
are. Don't.
That's pretty much 1 Ippon, actually. That's pretty close to 1 Ippon and maybe an additional drone. If you get all the boosts. I mean that's a super close position between 4th and 5th there. Now it definitely hurt Coraloo's chances of potentially moving on there, but Coraloo with that first match performance, obviously in Group B, able to hang on with a little bit of a lackluster one in Game 2, but still a very good game from all these players.
Yeah, regardless, you're going against the best. These are the best in EU, so don't feel bad. You guys had some awesome games, some awesome effort. Like, you really did an awesome job.
There we go, and like just looking at those results, it does look like this was by far the closest that we've ever seen a group in this elimination phase that we're on right now. It's definitely the closest that it's ever been up until now. So definitely making me look forward to the next groups as we progress. I do want to keep seeing these close, hard fought matches where the players are really giving it their all, trying to do the best that they can to come out on top and giving us such a great, some good Ninjala at the end of the day, straight shots.
Like I said, the best of the best, man. So everybody knows what they're doing. You really gotta, you just have to do something unorthodox to throw somebody off guard. These really are some crazy matches.
Yeah, and obviously, we are getting a quick loop. I'm taking a quick look at Group A here. Dino, Weakwall, Rachel, Louie, and Red Soul. I think we're also going to see some very close scores in this group, much like we did Group B, with it being the closest point differential between all five.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I'm Who do we have in Group
Who
A, right?
Yeah, Group A. Who I was going to say, who are you rooting for, Logic? Who
Man, it's obvious. It's obvious who I'm rooting for, but I don't want to give them butterflies. But
fair enough.
Oh, I know who's gonna say. But I do have a little bit of intel for Group A. I do have some notes here. Some very interesting players all around this group right now.
What's the secret,
Starling? So here's the sauce, right? So here's my inside agent. Here's the info that I got, right? So Dino, apparently a scrap saver main from WNX Chaotix, a team battle player who performed very well in BR scenarios. Then we also have Weakwall, who has been a top 100 player ever since season 1. So from the very beginning of the game, from the inception of ranked, Weakwall has always been a top level player. With the skateboard and many other great weapons that they have under their belt. Weakwall, probably one of my favorites to be like top 2 in the group, just knowing what their resume is and their history with the game. Rachel, somebody here, I know somebody here really likes this player. Rachel has a very good and strong sound hammer, which unfortunately did get nerfed this last patch, but I do believe that if you're a strong player with a good head on your shoulders, you can still make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gonna be rooting for Rachel as we get into Group A here. Then we have Louie, who is like I said this, like the FBI's top agents who look up, like try to find some information on this guy, and they are just off the grid. I have no info on them.
No info.
Definitely a bit of a walk.
Louis was like, I'm excited to see
try.
what they say about me.
We're sorry, like
a bit of a walk here.
We don't know what his power level
for
is.
sure. So I'm a little bit scared for what Louie might bring to the table here.
Yeah.
Then we have, we have Red Soul. We all know Red Soul. Come on, it's like one of the best katanas to ever touch the game. Absolutely out of their mind. If you guys like what you saw with Etsy in that last group in Croissant Arena, you are going to love the things that Red Soul can offer as a katana main himself. There we go. That's all I got for you guys.
Katana mains.
I gotta go for the underdog Louie on this one, right? We got no info, right? None of us
the mystery
are familiar
the
with
mystery,
Louie at all.
question mark on their bio here, yeah.
If Louie comes out and just takes first in the group, I think all of our jaws might drop. But you know what? Well deserved if that's
And
the
we'll
case,
be new
man.
fans of Louie,
I'm telling you, dude. Like, this guy, his power level, we don't even know his power level because we unheard of. He's out of our league. This guy's gonna kill it.
Yeah, definitely. That mystery factor gonna come into play here. Looking at some of the weapons that we're gonna have
into. I love that weapon.
It's so underused, but I think it's so hype,
is.
man. Why don't we don't see enough Shinobas, man? I swear.
I think the Shinobas is probably the most genius kit in the game. Having a fast katana with the gum laser, so you can actually like capitalize on it quick. It's not like the Popeye.
Yeah.
The Popeye, obviously, you can still capitalize on it, but it's not a slow weapon. It's a fast weapon, so you can make things happen real quick. Throw your opponent off their game. It's awesome.
Some of the best. So McQuick definitely comes to mind when we talk about Asakusa. One thing that I love about their gameplay with this weapon is that The way they use it is they take advantage of the fact that Gum Laser is such a great way to guarantee a bind, even if it is a short bind. Just to be able to, instead of to convert those skills that would otherwise just be a KO if you had Ippon Katana, you can actually convert those into Ippons just because of that short bind from Laser. It's an incredible finisher. If you use it at the end of your combos and you're able to find those right openings to use the Laser in. And I just love the kit, just like Logic said. Overall, it's just so well put together. The gameplay is very, very straightforward. And I really wish that we see some more representation for Shinobu's fan going forward, man. It's a good kit, cool weapon design. It's so good.
All right, Starling and Logic, you'll be commentating for this.
Ooh.
DJ man, let's
go.
So this is gonna be interesting. Shinobu's DJ Scratch. So we're gonna have all sorts of songs playing. This is Group A. So this is going to be the last of I believe, the five player groups, and then we're going to get into some real chaos.
Yeah, it's about to get very, very interesting. Now, speaking of interesting, I really like the weapon choices that we are seeing for this group. A little bit of quite a number of off-meta weapons being picked in the DJ Scratch, in the Shinobu's Paper Fan like we saw, and even in the Great Gear. I still consider Great Gear to be quite off-meta even today. And I'm very excited to see how these players will make use of these off-meta weapons to come out on top. Here we go.
Well, we're getting into the match now. We got weak wall with the DJ Scratch. He's already off to a strong start here, coming off.
Yeah, you catch that at the beginning. He's using those front attack and canceling them with a dash to get a bit of a speed boost here in the first few seconds of the match, trying to get some nice positioning going here. Rachel.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
Yeah, very dominant with the hammers. Gotta respect their space. You can't be all up in the hammer's face without a plan, because you're gonna get broken and you're going to get blown up instantly.
Yeah, you're gonna get punished for
after the buff. Especially after the buff.
Oh, that's a bind, but they're not gonna be able to do. Oh, chaos in the middle here.
Hammer. All right, there we go. Soundhammer coming in with in a very nice moment here, getting some nice value out of the sound wave here.
Actually, in first place right now. Very interesting. I'd like to see how many Ippons they're working with already.
Oh, there we go. Not able to get that targeting here. Not letting me hit that drum, but he will secure it regardless.
He's got his dragon, so
spot.
that can make something happen.
There we go. Now, does dragon... There you go. I was wondering, does dragon heal you when you cast it? But no, it's just a combat buff there.
Yeah. Dang, did you see that, Starling? He threw his dragon, and he got hit by a dragon. If that isn't karma, I don't know what is.
Yeah, no, you gotta hit, you gotta take a dragon to give a dragon. That's how it is in this world. But Rachel actually holding first place with the Great Gear. I'm actually pretty impressed to see. Probably got some good value out of that rock. You see that they're holding one Ippon here, and also holding down the drone master for the game right now.
Yeah, Rachel doing a really good job, just staying consistent with that sound hammer. Wait, no, Great Gear. I'm sorry. Set drone is here at 120 seconds, so we're gonna see if this kind of makes people collaborate towards the middle in order to get that set drone. It is really a big deal, Starling.
Yeah. They're definitely looking at it. You're already starting to see, half the lobby already here in the middle in preparation for this objective, and we actually see someone be taken out even before the set drone actually touches the ground. So they're gonna be out of the run for a little bit here. Yeah, you know what? I love seeing that right there. People that use the dragon to secure objectives, like, hey man, you get it so quick, you might as well use it to get those extra points.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to use it to get it back. I agree.
There you go. Yeah, until the new card comes out, the ninjutsu stock right there, then maybe you can hold those dragons a little bit longer, be a little bit more greedy. But in the current meta game, definitely a good choice to just let them rip here.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that laser here.
Okay,
that was so good.
So this person, they're not even concerned with the set drone. They're out for blood. They're out for it. Oh,
but who is concerned with that set drone? Rachel with that rocket trying to catch some of the people that are trying to get that objective, not able to find their mark. I'm still in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely digging the Puzzles and Dragons song.
Yeah, and what are we looking at here? Our underdog, our mystery person, actually holding first place with only a little bit less than a minute left and getting an Ippon on our
securing the Ippon from the
top 100. Oh my goodness, this can't be happening. Who is this mystery player, and why are they blowing everybody up with the Ippon katana of all this is like a corn bat of all weapons.
That's a corn bat. It's corn bat.
I haven't seen a good corn in 3 seasons, man. What is this?
Well, now you've seen it. You've seen Low Wee. We got 20 seconds left. Can we make something happen? Low Wee has 6,000 points. Is anybody going to be able to catch him? They're after him. You can tell people are following him behind him. Starling, 15 seconds left. What's the deal?
10 seconds left. Oh man, Lowy has it in the bag. I don't see a universe where he doesn't take it. It does look like he has both bonuses in the drone and Ippon Master, the best of both worlds. This man is so versatile. Why is he so good? What?
Did he
what
get
do
it?
you mean? Who is this
so.
guy? That is so incredible, man. Look at that. Both bonuses under their belt for this first game in Sphinx Valley, man. Any thoughts, any feelings, guys? What are you guys thinking right now? I know you guys have something on your mind.
Dude, Low Wee is crazy, and he's got that sick emote.
And he has a drip. Oh my god, he has a JP exclusive too. You know this guy knows what's up. This guy's been playing around for a while.
The mystery Ninjala player.
There you go. Andrews in the chat. I see you saying Clay, a resident NA cornbat player from season 1, 2, and 3. Definitely smiling and having looking at this beautiful cornbat performance, which we do not get to see enough of, to be fair. So definitely so happy to see not only a cornbat player perform, but not just seeing a cornbat player, but actually seeing them perform and take first place from this very first group. Such a great performance right there, man. So cool.
Yeah, that was definitely like a very explosive match. I've always said it before. These are some really good matches, the best of the best.
So Logic, let me ask you this. So we're looking at the best of the best right now. We have a mystery player who's taking everyone by surprise and actually performing a lot of Oh man, he actually did that before I could ask you. I was gonna ask you, what do you think our mystery player's secondary weapon is gonna be? But it looks like we are seeing just that right now. What do you think?
And I honestly, what it could be, I might be thinking too deep, but what it could be is that people don't know who this player is. They don't really know what to do against him. Sometimes that just differentiation in a playstyle can really throw people off their guard.
Let me bounce over that for a quick second, man, because one thing that happens so often in ranked is that you play against the same people a lot, because at the top level of play there's only so many people that queue up around the same time. You get to learn the people's playstyles that you're playing with. Maybe you know them personally, you talk to them, you know what's up, you know what to expect. But like you said, when you have players like this that are a little bit more underground, a little bit more unknown, a little bit more mysterious, you get a very, very dangerous mix here of players that know what to expect, and then you have this wild card that could do anything at any point in time, and just
so you have no idea. Like if I play you in a game, like I play you 100 times, like obviously I'm gonna start knowing like, oh yeah, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, maybe he has the option to do this,
right? Yeah.
But with him, we've never seen this guy. Who is this guy? We don't know what he's gonna do.
There you go.
He's dangerous.
I mean, speaking about what he's gonna do, I do have a couple of theories for this map, because I myself really like Popeye on this map. I played it personally in some of my own ranked matches, because I do believe on the weapons. The weapons kit for this map is it's got a very clear game plan going into this map. You have the ability to pretty much just non-stop look for objectives, and it's so hard to stop you on your rotation because of the fact that you're able to place sharks in a lot of contention points. You can place them at the gates, you can place them on the dash pads. That's my personal favorite. I love putting in the dash pad when people are going up to the gumstream mount, and you're able to just put them down at the moment you get it. Just like, all right, I'll put it down on the dash pad, and I'm gonna go on my way and continue securing points. And the game flow is just so solid. I think that our boy has picked a great weapon for this map, Logic.
I honestly, like, you gotta think too, like, the Popeye is like, not only can it be offensive, but it could be like defensive too. You can heal yourself with it.
Absolutely.
So, you know, like, you really gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, so very high hopes for our mystery player here, going to the second and final match of the group here. Let's see how these players perform. Starting things off on Weak Wall, and what is Weak Wall on right now, Logic? Tell me about it.
So they're on the board. I don't know what their game plan is gonna be. Maybe get these tricks up and then hit a drone real quick.
You saw those angles, man. This guy knows what the deal is with that. He's getting all his tricks, bouncing off the walls. Absolutely optimal here. You can tell that he's definitely a skateboard main here. And was that Wigwell getting an Ippon early on right there?
Yeah, he was able to secure it. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Weak Wall is probably just gonna do some tricks and try to secure that drone. He did.
Yeah.
And Dino's just gonna dip. They're both gonna dip.
Funny thing, not sure if you caught that, but Skateboard has this very funny interaction where even if you get hit stun out of your hit, the hitbox will always come out no matter what, meaning that you are the best weapon in securing drones in the game because hit stun doesn't matter. You just ignore it and the hitbox comes out frame 1. So that's a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah, that is very advantageous.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we got some GBI usage here. Oh, they're gonna whiff on that hit. Oh.
Yeah. There you go. Speaking of people playing their main weapon, we have Red Soul on their the weapon that they're most known for right now, the Ippon Katana. Bringing it up for the last game of the set. Very, very good choice here. Let's see if they're able to capitalize over this opportunity.
So we're kind of at that point in the game where people start ramping up their gum ninjutsus. We have Rachel with their potent poison there. I wonder how they're going to make use of that.
Yeah. You know, potent poison, you do get a little bit earlier than other ninjutsus, and it can get to a point where you're holding your potent poison for over 20 seconds just because you get it so fast.
Right.
It's very, very hard to find the right opportunity to make use of those, but definitely looking forward to see how Rachel will choose to use their potent poison. Meanwhile, Louis, holding that shark, letting the first shark rip here. A bit of an unorthodox placing on the shark here. My cat, ooh, that was very close.
That's a weird. You have to bait someone into it, but these are smart players. They're not going to fall for it that easily, but they'll fall for that. Oh God!
Wait. Imagine if he dashed out of the parry, but he dashed into the shark. How funny would it have been?
Yeah, dude, that would have been. Whew.
That would have been something else, man. But you know, Low in a pretty good spot right now. We do have. I wish we could see what the Ippon counts are currently in the game.
There we go. So we're at 1, 1, and 1.
Yep.
So everybody's gonna start dancing now, breaking it down.
Might not be there for long. Dino finding one, but the super armor from the disco gonna be able to keep them safe.
That's a KO, but Rachel's gonna capitalize on it now. This is your opportunity.
Oh no, just barely here, able to get away.
Oh, is she gonna get away?
What? Oh, Dino, just holding on to their life with that 1 pixel health right there, just barely able to get away. Rachel in a pair situation with our mystery player right here. Our mystery player actually able to capitalize off that parry, putting themselves in a great spot right now. With only a minute left on the match, since they have last support, they're gonna be able to have a lot of mobility available right now.
Infinite S energy, so that's. Oh no!
Wait, what? Oh what? Huh?
Nani?
What?
What happened?
So Red Soul, you know, I'm obviously pulling some black magic over on our new player here. You know, Red Soul, classic Red Soul things. Able to secure that Ippon and that break and putting themselves in a great spot. Probably gonna be one of the contenders for the Ippon Master in this final match. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. Logic. What do we have here? Oh my God, Wickle. You know, the man knows his win condition for sure. Making the best out of it.
This is part of the match where it gets crazy. You have these 3 people right now grouped up. A Shinobi Beast, this guy down into the ground, Red Soul. It is gonna get spicy with these last 15 seconds, Starling.
Here we go, Dino and that Scrap Saber. Probably gonna contending for Ippon Master along with Red Soul right now. With 5 seconds left. Are we gonna see a last
That's Ippon free.
There it is. That might be the difference maker for the bonus at the end of the match right here. Let's see what we got.
Oh man.
But Wigwall, I mean, hey man, did I say Skateboard was good on this map, or did I say Skateboard is good on this map, man? It is so consistent. It's so consistent. And Dino with that last second Ippon, securing their Ippon Master here. Very good stuff right there.
Yeah, they got that Ippon towards the last 2 seconds, so I'm pretty sure we're still able to go through. I love this pose, by the way. That's sick.
It's so cool, man. Like, I've seen some JP players. I look at some Twitter clips, man. There's some teams that you know, they go into team battle. They have all 4 of the different idle emotes, and that's their victory pose. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh-wee. All right.
Welcome back, the J-Man. What did you think about that last match?
Yeah.
Honestly, it was. I honestly like looking at how the early game was played. That match, it was the Weak Wall and Dino show on Croissant Arena. It just seemed like no matter where you looked, on that game. There was either Weak Wall making a big play or Dino with that scrap just causing havoc. And honestly, it really showed because for the longest part of the game, Rachel really struggled there. I mean, we were on Rachel for a good amount of time, who within 100 seconds still had less than 1,000 points, which is pretty rough, especially on a map like Croissant Arena. The drones, sometimes, even though you got that map, those drones can vanish really quick, especially if those people, especially if the other players have the good rotations on it. But the same thing could also be said for Louis, and while I think Popeye was a fantastic pick, just not able to capitalize a lot there. But we have to bear in mind that Louis did take first place in the first game. So will that save them from being eliminated? You know, time will tell as the mathematicians do their thing. But honestly, I think it was a very good match on Croissant overall. Very surprised with Louis' performance, though, on Sphinx Valley. They tore up.
Yeah, so a lot of it... Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, see, now we're Louis' new fans. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah, Louis fan club. We gotta get shirts.
Yeah.
There we go.
Put it
And
over
that's,
top of
you know, can I
Gumshoe
just say, it's so cool whenever these tournaments happen, when we see new talent come onto the scene and really get an opportunity to put themselves out there and show us what they got, you know. So I'm just so glad that we're having this tournament where we can see players like this, like Louis, you know, showing the talent that they already have had for a very long time, and just getting a chance to really show the people what they got. So proud of their performance there, and I hope to see some more great plays of them as we get deeper in the tournament. Definitely gonna be rooting for our boy right now.
Yeah, so we're at that stage in the tournament now to where the matches now are going to be filled with 8 players instead of 5. So a lot of these matches are going to end up being a lot crazier. You're going to have probably like 3 people fighting, maybe even 4 people fighting at the same time. It's really going to be a wild show.
I'm curious because I want to take a look at the map list as we get into the semifinals as well, because you're going from... It's not that different. So you're going... quarterfinals, obviously, for our first rounds, we had Sphinx Valley and Croissant Arena. So you had a relatively open map and then a very tall map in the form of Croissant. You kind of have the same thing here going on in the semifinals, but rather than having a bit more of an open map, you have a very enclosed and small map in the form of Shinobi City for gonna be our first game in semis for both semi groups. And then you're kind of doing the same thing that you did to Croissant. You're going to Eagle City that next game. So, honestly, I don't think Battle 2 going into this next group, I don't think your playstyle changes up that much because you're still playing on a relatively large map. But in a map like Shinobi City, you got to be playing your best because anything can happen on Shinobi City.
All right, now we've got the scores coming in, which means we have our groups for the semifinals.
Okay, so scores are going to be number 1, E Weakwall, 14,127. Louis with 12,070. Dino with 11,589. Red Soul with 9,087. Rachel with 9,001.
That was so
That is
close.
2
Oh my
hits,
gosh.
2 normal attacks on any drone would have done it. 2 normal attacks. That is crazy.
Yeah. You gotta pick up those orbs. Pick up those orbs. Every orb you see, pick it
The
up.
orb. We talk about this like every tournament. I feel like
matters.
it's
Pick up
those orbs that could like launch you to the
Those
next
orbs are
round.
5 points.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Croissant got a lot of them orbs. You got to pick up them orbs.
Pick up them orbs, y'all.
And Andres in the chat saying no one is going to win by 1 point like I did. Yeah, true that. I remember that one. Yeah, that was truly legendary. But we are on to a brand new tournament, and we already have our semifinal groups ready to go. Guys, what do we have here?
We have
All right.
semifinals A and semifinals B. Both of these matches are going to be really crazy.
I don't want to be in either group.
So, my goodness. So, yeah, right off the bat, looking at semifinals B, I'm like, oh man, So how many people are gonna advance again? Like 4 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's more than 4 contenders for top 4 in this group. Definitely a little talent. I cannot pick, man. It is just so much talent in one group.
Okay.
I think it'll be said about group semifinals A as well. It is just such a tight squeeze for who's going to be advancing here.
Actually,
Damon, any thoughts on group A? Yeah.
On group A, man, I don't know. I mean, you have the contenders the same way you have the contenders in B. Like for B example, you have BNJ, which I honestly think is going to be a shoo-in. But we'll see. Obviously, when we get to semifinal B. In terms of A, I mean, especially in an 8-player lobby, things can go wrong very quickly, especially on a map like Shinobi City, which we're going to be seeing game 1 for both of these semifinals. So, I mean, you're gonna see maybe a lot of break hammers come out, just because in a map like Shinobi City, you're gonna have a lot of tight spaces. Those breaks are really viable, and especially if you break a player directly, that's an instant KO now. Just because of the way those break hammers have been buffed. But in terms of other players that you're gonna be seeing, man, I mean, I'll be honest. I want to see Louis go pretty far, because we need more data, right, Starling? We need more data.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
we're going to be doing semifinal A next, so all of these guys who just went in Group A are going to be fighting again, like right after. How nervous do you think they are right now?
Actually, I think that's an advantage,
momentum.
right? Because these guys are already warmed up. The other guys, they've been eating nachos, they've been eating Doritos. Who knows? Like, so I think the people that just played, they're gonna have, they're gonna have a little bit of an advantage because they're more warmed up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Absolutely.
Oh, baby. So what did we say? We're doing semifinals. Semifinals A first.
Correct.
Yes,
yeah, we're going in order now. We went backwards. Now we're going forwards.
all right. Right on. So, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a spicy one right here. I can already tell.
I like some of the possible picks we might be seeing here, though. I'm just taking a look, and I'm like, yeah, I can get behind some of these.
For the match,
Stream cannot see the weapon just yet. We want to make sure that it is a blind pick for all the players that are involved. But I do agree, there's a lot of great weapons here, a great weapon selection here. I really like the ideas that are being seen here, especially like you said, Jamin. This is a very enclosed space, which means that this AOE every single AOE ninjutsu in the game is gonna have a really nice time in a place like Shinobi City, where you can usually catch a lot of people caught in those corners, especially in that inside area of the pond. Oh my gosh, man, you can just get so much value out of so many different ninjutsus that have a big area of effect. Tornado, Shinobi Disco, rockets are pretty good too, I guess.
Are you sure about that last one?
Definitely sure about that one for sure. And I just, even though we, no spoilers, but I don't think we're gonna see too many of them this first match. Although that might change as we get later in the semifinals. Definitely can't wait to see how these players perform. One player I do have my eye on, and their weapon in this map I think is pretty optimal. Everyone else has some pretty solid picks as well. Absolutely.
I think Shinobi City is going to be very condensed fighting zone, just because like you do want to be in the middle, but you kind of find yourself on the outside sometimes as well. But when you find yourself in the middle, it can really get just chaotic. With Eagle City, we might see a more lenient fighting, just because it's it's a big map, not as much engagement, and you really have to kind of focus on those rotations.
We'll have to see, we'll have to see going forward too, because while I do agree with you to an extent there, Logic, where Eagle City is a larger map, most of the drone locations on Eagle City are hotly contested fighting zones. So especially the ones more toward the middle. So I'm interested to see how that'll play out as we get into game 2. But it looks like we got everybody in the lobby now, so obviously getting soon semifinal A. 4 move on.
So this is it, semifinals A.
Yeah, definitely getting there right now, and I think we're gonna be seeing some actually a bit of a what's it called, a bit of a different pick than what I would have expected. I was expecting to see some of the same stuff that we saw in the first rounds of the games that we just saw, but I looked at a lot of the players are actually mixing it up for the map. Which I definitely respect. Sometimes it's good to it's definitely nice to
we are going to go in with Logic and J-Man. Sorry.
There we go, no problem.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. There you go, you guys take it over.
So to just kind of piggyback off what Starling was saying, I do think, J-Man, that these players probably are watching like the stream, so they are trying to get that info, that tech, on the other players, right? So like, oh, what is this player playing like? What are they doing? How can I capitalize on that so I can benefit from learning his play style? What do you think?
I mean, for me, when I'm in a tournament setting, and this is just me, because with tournament settings, I never want to watch the stream. The reason I don't want to watch the stream mainly is because I want to focus on myself. I don't want to have to worry about the kits that the other players are running. I'd rather focus around what I know and what I know how to do best rather than worrying about their other kits. I want to play to the best of my ability rather than being distracted by what they might be doing.
Right. Yeah, and that's just it's just, two perspectives, so I can respect that.
There is a drill being drilled into a wall outside. I apologize.
It's okay. We can't hear it.
Are you sure?
But if you go missing, we'll know.
It's a door being installed is what it's being. So fun stuff. But
all right, so we're getting into semifinals A.
You can't just dab like that. Come on.
All right.
Though, I want to point out some interesting picks that we saw kind of on the waiting screen logic. There's actually 2 EX motor or DJ scratches specifically being played in Shinobi City, and I actually think this is a great call because you have a lot of armored options just like that, where you can move in on a drone, and it is a super armored charge, of course, on those weapons specifically, especially with that bumpy accelerator. So you're going to be able to get into zones all the time.
I think that armor
really
plays armor plays a huge role, just like especially like getting drones or just third partying in general, going in on 2 ninjas. Is you got to be able to have that priority. Like it's already look at this corner. Like it always gets crazy in these corners. He's just gonna back out. He's just gonna back out. Sometimes it's just smarter to back out of fights.
Call as well using the wide attack there for Edzy to just keep yourself safe, secure the drone. As now he's gonna have to contest with weak wall. Oh no, he gets caught.
Now he's gonna have to dance.
He's gonna have to dance. There's the damage coming out. There it is.
This is it. That's the Ippon.
There it is. Very clean.
That's the first anniversary.
Look at this too. Look at this.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Players there. What happened?
God.
There was 4 players in that corner. I don't even know what happened.
He got deleted, J-Man.
Absolutely, he got deleted. And nice Ippon there from Red Soul. And honestly,
stuck in block stun.
Soundhammer, great pick on this map logic. Very big AoEs, able to stun lots of players. Going to try and secure this drone here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to as he sneaks away with it. Gets a good block.
Oh, Edzy's stuck there. Oh, no, he's down for.
Edzy stuck in the middle of 2, unfortunately, gets smacked around by Dino there as JP getting smacked into the wall. With a trick ball here, honestly, it was kind of interesting to see JP pick up a trick ball here, but able to secure at least 1 drone here. Now going for the secure KO, potentially on Louis. Unfortunately, swats to Nagato, and once Beyond the Gum hits, you're dead. So
that
is
J-Man.
Nagato out of there. And it's also an Ippon on top of that, so that's huge.
And I do like the buffs that Trick Ball got with the balloons. I do think that's a very good change. It's like shortening the cooldown. It goes like such a long way for that. Oh my God!
Tornado coming in there, I think. But look at
we have Dino with 4 Ippons.
Yeah, Dino with 4 Ippons and playing, of course, the DJ Scratch. So Dino making the most of this hectic fighting zone, being able to use not only that Shinobi Disco, but the binding capabilities and the binding combos that the DJ Scratch and EX Motor have. Very clean weapons overall as Nagato secures an Ippon there onto Core.
And he's already off to the next one.
Yeah, trying to engage weak wall there, but here comes the super armor, as you see, from both DJ Scratches, and that's just something you can't really deal with at the moment, so Nagato gonna have to reset this position here. Really looking for an opportunity to use this disco.
Yeah. That's it right there. He'll probably. Oh, okay. That's a smart move.
Though. Weak wall.
He got the weak wall as well. Oh no! How was he able to get away?
That was a genius play though from Nagato. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I don't know if you saw that, but Nagato actually dashed up to the rocket to make it explode on the point, like right before the gum shot or right before the GBI. So they made the rocket explode back onto JP. Great call. Unfortunately, just not able to secure the Ippon there.
Yeah. He sabotaged his plan because he was going to acquire 2 to 3 Ippons there. Also, we have less than 30 seconds left. We have 4 people fighting right here. This is going to be chaotic. Nagito in first place, almost 5,000 points, J-Man. It's going to get crazy.
There are literally 4 people fighting in this corner right now, Logic 2, and it's not even close. There's now 5 in this corner now, which is absolutely insane. Edzy and Nagato get knocked back.
5 seconds, 5 seconds.
That's a trap.
No!
Edzy!
No!
With the tornado manages to secure the one on the
Beautiful.
Nagato and a couple. Dude, there was Ippon's left and right that game.
Beautiful.
That's the chaos of Shinobi City.
Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Did you see? I didn't even see that. It was crazy. Like the tornado just like out of nowhere. This guy is just, oh man, dude.
I literally can't believe that. But Weak Wall hit him with the idle emotes. Let's go. Love it. I totally don't have one myself, so you know what? Mad respect for it. Well, man, what a great match. I mean, we had Ippon's left and right, a very even, I would say a relatively even scoreboard, all down. I mean, there wasn't that much of a point differential between all the players. If we could pull up the scoreboard one more time, actually, I'd appreciate that so we can actually take a quick look because, man, Ippon Master and Drone Master, I mean, throw it out the window, Logic. Shinobi City just, it's its own animal.
Yeah, like the thing about Shinobi, like you can totally try to focus on drones, but you're always gonna get into a skirmish just because the drones are located like in corners, right? So you get hit, you get boxed up on the wall. You get up on the wall, you get an extra combo. That's a very dangerous spot to be, always, no matter who you are. Especially when you have. Oh yeah, like.
Speaking of the box right at the end there, the Froggy block, the laser, everybody just trapped in the corner, going nowhere. So,
yeah, like it's
crazy.
And then you have people like making you dance. You have like people throwing out like it's so crazy.
You got the rockets flying all over the place, the Shinobi discos, the tornadoes out of nowhere. Dude, I swear that was like one of the most fun Ninjala matches I have like been able to commentate or spectate over in a while. Like that was the match, you know.
Honestly, that last tornado you saw, that was the best tornado of the tournament. That was the best tornado of the tournament.
Edzy saved himself with it too, man. Edzy was going down otherwise.
Yeah.
Seeing a very interesting swap up here for some of the players here coming up. Seeing some other boards come out. Obviously, Weak Wall going from the DJ Scratch back to Skateboard. Seeing a Caliber come out as well. We've got a Trick Ball going to a Mellow here. So staying in their comfort zone really for the semifinal, most of these players.
So I don't know. Eagle City to me is a map that you really have to focus on what's important, right? So if you get distracted in any way, it's really going to hurt you just because, we only have 4 minutes in a match. You can only do so much. Fights are scattered. It's not going to be as compact as Shinobi City, but these are good players. These are very live players. Like they're just ready. So I wonder how they're going to make use of such a big map,
Yeah, and I think we are. If it's gonna be anything like Shinobi City, we're not gonna see as much fighting there. If we're gonna see the majority of the fighting, it's gonna be on those 2 drones that are on the 2 main buildings, more toward that center bridge there. Most of the fighting really is gonna be taking place on that top section, as well as those bottom 2 drones under the overpass there. So you're gonna, and those fights, I'll tell you what though, Logic, if it's anything like Shinobi City, the fights around those drones and those areas are still going to be just as large, just a bit more space to maneuver around to get the advantage on your opponent.
Absolutely. And Jamin, I don't know if you saw what Lo Wee said in chat, but he's echoing just my same thoughts.
You hate Eagle City with every fiber of your being. You know what? I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy Eagle City a lot when it first came out, and then they introduced the board weapons, and I was like, okay, Eagle City's not that bad. But it's a very interesting setup.
So you're saying a weapon could change your outlook on a map, like
yeah,
how you your perspective on it.
Well, the thing is, I always thought way back in season 1 when Eagle City was a thing. At the end of season 1, I really didn't like Eagle City because it felt like the weapons at the time weren't mobile enough to really to get there. But ever since they introduced the boards, I felt more comfortable with maneuvering around Eagle City and stuff. So yeah, introducing a weapon sometimes will change an outlook on that, but it could also do the exact opposite. Changing a weapon is just like, well, now I can't compete against this guy because he's using this. So
True. Okay, so this is it. This is Eagle City. We got Dino, Red Soul, Loey, Edzy, and Jay. Beep. So Take us off, J-Man.
With the Demon Caliber, you love to see it. That's one of my favorite Caliber skins right off the bat. But immediately some fighting going up to the top, and notice that there's no drone spawning at the top. So players at the moment, you can tell there's not really a lot of fights going on, except with Corlu and Dino in this corner here, which we are going to watch. Actually, Dino opting... Corlu opting to disengage here. But as you can tell, a lot of players are just looking for drone spawn points at the moment. You want to make sure, hey, if I need to go get a drone, if I do enter a fight, where is that closest drone? So not a bad play here as Weak Wall gonna get the gum net. Absolutely does not get the hit there on Nagito. Gonna be able to secure the KO, which is great, but not able to secure the drone as Nagito was able to cancel the skateboard trick.
A big thing, in order for you to fight, you need to have that S energy, because if you don't have a lot of it, you're gonna be at a disadvantage. So a lot of this first, the first iteration of the match is gonna be about getting these drones.
So caught here. Ooh. And see, and here's this big fight we were talking about in the corner.
This is crazy. Yeah.
There are 5 total players in that corner right now. Obviously, one of them disengaged, and Red Soul is out of there. Does not want to 1v1 Edzy, and Edzy, I think, is thinking the same thing right now. I can't waste my time with Red Soul. They're both very clean katana players, so obviously you're going to have to be aware of each other later into the game. As the skateboard trick coming out, unfortunately, gets popped into the air.
Oh, he's done for. He's done.
Yeah, goodbye, Weak Wall. You hate to see it. The trick ball beyond the gum. No.
Oh, that's a rough position to be in. Are they going to be able to capitalize on that?
Oh, tornado! It missed!
It didn't hit.
How did it miss?
Oh, no.
You know what? That's happened to me before as well, where if a parry starts at the perfect time, the tornado goes through them. It doesn't actually hit them, and that might have been one of those times. There is a couple of Ippons flying left and right here. Edzy, though, really struggling right now with 130 seconds left on the clock. 8th place currently for Edzy. Maybe Edzy doesn't have that big weapon yet, not feeling comfortable. They really need to find that drone, though. But look at Louis. 3 Ippons on the board. Yeah,
in Eagle City, which is huge.
They said they hated Eagle City. Look at them. Look at the Ippon lead right now, man.
And they're doing very impressive right now. Oh man, dude, is that gonna be it for them?
It should. The moment you hit a Shinobi Beast out of armor, it should be the KO, and it is. Wait, did Nagito escape?
I'm not sure. It didn't seem like it.
It didn't look like it. I think that was Edzy's Shinobi Beast, if I'm not mistaken. So that was getting hit out of armor. Yeah, Shinobi Beast, you're done. It's the same thing as Punishing Blade. As the overpowering wave coming out, gonna be able to crush the drone, but losing the parry. Weak Wall.
Another one. Two in a row.
Double loss.
2 in a row.
Thumbs up. Yeah, good thumbs up. Unfortunately, Nagito not able to.
Sometimes it's just better to escape, J-Man. Sometimes it's better to get out of there, you know? You lose one,
Dino
all right.
From behind,
man.
smacks him with the scrap saber. And here comes the disco. Did they hit anybody with it? Did Weak Wall get caught by it? No, it doesn't look like it.
They still get the armor? Oh, that hurts.
They still get that armor for 7 seconds, so that's huge.
JP with the Tinchy. You guys are man, that was really close to hitting.
Yeah, it was super close.
Literally by a centimeter.
Now Dino struggling a little bit here in this game as Red Soul.
We have 40 seconds left.
Yeah, 40 seconds left. Red Soul not opting to get the drone right here. The Punishing Blade from Nagito coming out here.
Beautiful. Another one. What's he at? How many Ippons is that?
I'm not
30 seconds left. He's got 4.
4, but there's 3 Ippons everywhere. I'm sorry, there might be 2 players with 4 Ippons. It looks like Louis also has 4. So if that doesn't change, they're both going to get an Ippon bonus as well. No, Louis has 3 right now. So Nagito in
15 seconds to make something happen. This is it. If you're going to make a move, make it now. That's where it's happening. Oh, man, there's so much chaos.
It looks like for a moment there, it happened. But I'm not sure how many people went down in that corner as Nagito just securing some points right now. Gets hit with that Z Shinobi Beast. It's not going to be enough to knock them out. And I'm curious to see how this scoreboard stacks up on Eagle City.
Oh, man.
Nagito and Red Soul. So 2 people actually getting an 1,000-point bonus on top of getting Ippon Master as well. That will definitely change up the leaderboards for sure.
That's the first time we've seen that today, J-Man.
Yes, it
2
is.
people. Oh,
and
man.
of course, Red Soul as well. Playing the katana and doing it well.
Amazing. That was a very crazy match. Even with Eagle City being so big, we still saw some very explosive matches, very just heavy hitters, just duking it out.
Yeah, and you saw, we see Louis' position there being 5th or 6th there. It might not be the worst thing in the world. They had a pretty decent first match, so there's still a chance they break into the top 4 going into this. But man, some insane, just insane fights really in most of these matches. Shinobi City, obviously, we all know is that hectic stage, but man, there was a lot more fighting than I think we were anticipating there. And it broke out so soon in Shinobi City, and kind of the same with Eagle City. It kind of broke out a little earlier than we thought, Starling.
Starling, yeah, tell us what you thought of the first Shinobi City match. I think honestly that was the most exciting, the most craziest. Like, tell us, dude, tell us.
Man, so like you guys mentioned, it was incredibly hectic. I don't think any of those players held any punches at the beginning of the match. They were like, hey. Alright, so we're here, sometimes in Shinobi City, you'll see 2 types of Shinobi City lobbies, right? You'll see the peaceful Shinobi City lobbies where everybody just kind of like agrees to just chill in the fountain for like the first 20 seconds. Yeah, it was like, alright, listen, I just want to get my big weapon, we can just make a peace treaty here. That was not the case at all for this lobby, alright? Everybody was out for blood right from the get-go, and they did not hold back at all, and it ended up resulting in a very, very high, from what I remember, very high Ippon count for that game in particular, where everybody just kind of got some amazing setups. And if I had to name one play from that match that I think is very memorable was when we saw, I believe it was either Red Soul or Nagito, somebody that was on Scrap Saber. They were about to get a double disco, and then someone was trying to steal their Ippons with a rocket. They recognized that and stopped them with a Gum Dash Impact. That was a very, very smart play. And I was very impressed to see that happen live on the stream right there. That was cool.
Yeah, and unfortunately it didn't work out in their favor there, Starling, obviously, as they were taken out shortly after. But yeah, that recognition, especially in a battle royale, it really is. It shows you how good these players really are, realizing, hey, I need to deal with this threat first, even though I have 2 Ippons potentially secured here. They recognized, hey, you're trying to steal them and get me in the process. I can't let you do that. I'm going to take you first.
Yeah, hey man, it's not always about getting the Ippon. Sometimes it's more about denying your opponent the opportunity to get the upper hand by taking those themselves. As long as you can make it a zero-sum game, as long as you can keep things even, you'll give yourself a good opportunity to be the one that comes out on top later into the match. That's the way I would look at it. So, absolute props to all the players in those matches. I think they did an incredible job. I think our underdog is in a pretty good spot to advance, but we won't really know until we see those results. And I'm definitely looking forward to see what we are gonna end up getting, because it was some very hard-fought matches. A lot of people that maybe plays really, really well the first match didn't exactly perform in the same way when we got into the second Eagle City match. Which makes so much sense. These 2 maps, such polar opposites in the way that they are played, in the way that they are structured. We have the smallest map into the biggest map. Of course, there's going to be some changes in the placings, and I just can't wait to see how that is going to shake out in the end, guys. Any predictions?
Oh, actually, we're going to find out right now.
Let's take a look.
Look at this.
All right, so for Scorching Summer Skirmish semifinal A, we have Nagito with 12,964. We have E Weak Wall with 11,120. JP with 9,758. Louis with 9,434. Edzy with 9,267. Red Soul with 8,639. Dino 6,372. And Kurilu with 6,065. Amazing job. You guys did awesome.
Yeah, it was really close. You guys did amazing.
Yeah, holy smokes. I mean, and you know what? It's funny too, Starling, because we look at some of the players like Edzy, Red Soul, and Dino, and, for some people, they're the fan favorites going into, hey, they can make it to Grands, but, it all depends on a performance in an 8-player BR lobby. You never know what happens, and obviously, the one we've been watching all night, Louis, so far, doing a great job of keeping themselves in the game, able to secure a spot in grand finals. So GG's to everybody. I mean, those 3rd through 6th was just super close.
Let me tell you, J-Man, this is a dog-eat-dog world, dude. These guys are crazy. Like, anything can happen, dude. Like, it is so crazy.
Definitely, man. So, I'm actually very happy to see some new faces as we head into, as we get our first four, confirmed, verified grand finalists. And now, guys, we're gonna be moving on to the second half of the equation as we go into, I believe, is it semifinals A? Let me take a look here. B. Oh my God, this is where it happens. Okay, if you guys were surprised with the results on that previous one, you are going to lose your minds with this next upcoming group right here. It is absolutely.
Oh, man, I am so excited.
It is. I have definitely been looking forward to this one. It's gonna be one of those. Definitely gonna be one of those.
I still don't want to be in this group, dude. Like,
But if you don't want to be in this tournament, everyone
everybody
is so good.
in semifinal B, literally and this is funny. Everybody in semifinal B knows each other, so they're very familiar with which weapon
They're all,
their
they're all friends. Maybe not after this. Maybe not after these next two games, but they're definitely friends right now. We'll have to see how that one shakes out. But I'm so excited to see how they'll. So here's the thing, right? So we were talking about Louis. We were talking about that wild card factor where you don't really know what they're gonna be bringing to the table. This is going to be a little bit of the polar opposite of that, where most of the people here. They know what the deal is, right? They've been playing with each other for the last year and some change, right? They've been with each other for every single season of the game, kind of learning how to play around each other, which means that we're gonna see some very interesting interaction between every single one of these players, and it's going to be a very good treat for us all to watch as we get into these matches. Absolutely, and
it's gonna be very hype set, to say the least.
Gosh, guys, what are you guys looking forward to the most as we get into the semifinal B? What are you guys keeping your eye on right now? Whether it's player, weapons, or map picks, what do you guys have on your mind right now?
Starling, I wish we could play your Benji sound effect right now. Because
oh yeah.
It's such a classic. I mean, we know Benji's gonna come in, and we know Benji is going to be a threat right out of the gate, no matter what weapon Benji
could
plays.
this be a commentator scores? Probably no, because it's Benji. I don't think he cares too much about that. The consistency is, quite high. Definitely. So me, of course, just like J-Man said, I'm looking out for Benji. I feel like he's going to be one of those consistent players that's able to persevere regardless of the situation, weapon, or map. Just because they have so much experience under their belt. And the same can be said about so many of the players in this group. I mean, you have Sue, who is pretty much Benji's counterpart, his female counterpart, equally as skilled, equally as powerful, equally as, likely to take first place in this group, as are many of the other contenders in this semifinals B. I just cannot wait to see how this one shakes out, man. I'm actually on the edge of my seat right now. Might pop off in a very big way.
I got a question for Logic here then. Logic, between the two brothers, between Snug and Sean, does one of them make grands? Do both of them make grands, or do neither of them make grands? What are your thoughts?
Dang, you want me to put pressure?
I do.
I'm going all in, dude. I'm going all in for Snug. He's got to do it. This is it.
Ooh.
I'm a one up you on that. I think it's gonna be Sean. I think Sean with that scrap saber especially on a map like this, Shinobi City. I think he is gonna be walking in with that upper hand, just getting into the match just straight up. I think he's going to have the best shot.
Stand a chance against the mighty Snug.
Let's go. We'll see about that. I'll put my sock on Sean. You can put your sock on Snug.
I'm curious to see what chat.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the chat thinks too.
There we go. Regardless, I think both of those. It's kind of crazy that we don't do any of those. It's kind of hard to do for a BR match because you have like 8 players.
Yeah.
So that can be a little bit more difficult to do, but yeah, I would definitely love to see that in the future. It could be pretty interactive.
All
Oh
right.
baby.
Going in
Jamin.
with some Starling and J-Man.
Here we go, baby. All right, so already, Jamin, tell me a little bit about the weapons that we are seeing on this map. Getting to this first match.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of strong picks already come out from some of these players in their group. They're going all in first game on
Whole
Shinobi
lot of
City.
yo-yos.
A whole lot of yo-yos.
Whole
I'm
lot of
counting one. I count 4 yo-yos in this lobby.
Yeah,
2
half the
scrap
lobby,
sabers.
half the lobby's ranged, baby. You know, and 2
Half the
scrap
lobby.
sabers.
Half the lobby is range AoE range as well with that warp strike, which is going to be absolutely devastating. You've got 2 scrap sabers, a trick ball, and then single hammer in this lobby. I don't think this hammer's going to have a good day.
We'll see, you never know. You know, maybe if they underestimate the hammer, they get a little bit too close. I could definitely see some great plays being made. You always have to give them the benefit of the doubt. These players are professionals. They all know what they're doing, and I think we're going to see a good showing from them, regardless of the matchups. You know, again, because they're so experienced with each other and they know what to do in all these kinds of situations, man, for sure.
So you think we're going to get that peace treaty at the beginning? Everybody's just going to go into the middle hot spring party a little bit. Everyone gets their big weapon, and then they all just kill each other.
You know what? We'll have to see how that one shakes out. This would definitely be the lobby, since these players are so, like, they're a lot of these guys, like, they play on the same team for team battles. So, you know, we'll have to see what they decide to do. But right now, taking a look around, a few people going for the fountain right now. A little bit of action happening over down there, I believe, as one of the triggers is going to take out some of the people that were trying to get some of that benefit from the fountain. J-Man, what are we looking at now?
It looks like Georgia already got a trick ball conversion there onto one of the members, honestly guarding the middle. There was a break camera opportunity on Georgia as well, and it didn't end up playing out. But now we're getting into more of a corner fight, and it looks like it is Gohart here, Georgia, and I don't know who the third player is at the time. It's Snug. Snug is dead. Honestly, Georgia's just kind of walking around securing drones right now. Madoka using a break attack to try and keep themselves from, you know, losing that drone. They are
definitely one of the harder lobbies for Madoka here as a Hammer main. Even though I do think they can do it, it's not going to be an easy one at all.
Oh, is this the Snug conversion? No, it's actually Sue getting a very solid warp strike Ippon. You love to see that as well, because that warp's obviously having big weapon with warp strike. Obviously, Sue doesn't have it right now, but getting that health back if you finish off with a warp strike. But it looks like Snug rocking the Asakusa wheel, which honestly, Starling, this is a really good pick, I think, specifically for this map. Once Snug gets Shinobi Beast, Snug is going to be very hard to stop. Look at this conversion, though, from Snug. Snug is able to get one, unfortunately.
Picking up some steam here and there.
Yep.
Yeah, trying to get his feet, and you're trying to get his foot in the door here, trying to get into this game as we get into the second half of the match, where we're gonna start to see a lot of the ninjutsus come out. We have Georgia holding that rocket, looking for the right opportunity, and many others probably holding the ninjutsus, looking around the map, trying to find the right place to strike. Any predictions? Any thoughts on what we might be seeing right now?
The rocket's coming right now. Did it catch Snug? Yes, it did. Barely by the, I believe, just the back end of that rocket there.
Yeah, man. Like they were already low health, you know? Happens.
Yeah, actually, we have, I believe it's 2 hammers in this lobby. I think Gohart might be, yeah, Gohart's using one as well. That's a,
so that rocket definitely not gonna find the value that Gohart was looking for, but he definitely has enough time to get the next one and hopefully make that one count and keep himself in the game. But right now, it's looking very, very rough for Gohart and the other hammer player in the lobby. Madoka, we saw him get and have a bit of a hard start here. And looking at the bottom of the map here, Sue gonna find some guy named Sean, get him in with the classic yo-yo conversion right there. And right now, it's honestly anybody's game. So slowly catching up from a rough start. Holding 4th place right now, J-Man. But what do we have here, J-Man? What is this?
Is that? Oh, he blocked. He actually got out of that just in time. He is able to escape. He just needs to. He's trying to warp strike some of these drones. He just needs it.
Gosh,
but Sue again with another Ippon. This tornado coming out. Not gonna hit Snug there.
How many Ippons do you have right now? I need to know.
Ooh, I'm gonna take a guess and say 5, 7. Oh my lord!
Not even close, baby.
It's not even close, baby.
Okay.
Oh, but this is big, though. This is a huge fight.
Any AoE? Any rockets? Any rockets? Hello?
I'm sorry, did Sue just get 3 Ippons with that warp strike? Got
so
one.
They definitely got some.
Gosh.
So, you know, a nice, healthy 30 seconds left in the match, and Sue already putting themselves in such a great position to just take that Ippon bonus. Don't think people will have a pretty hard time catching up, especially with the amount of time that we have left. J-Man, let's take a look around the map and see what's going on here. Hopefully we see some last second ninjutsus. Hopefully some people are able to catch up. But now,
Sean
what is
might,
this?
he manages to escape there, but unfortunately this fight's not going to be good as we see George's Rocket going to the opposite corner. Snug just securing some drones right now. He had that Shinobi Beast, and we said he might save that for some drone starting, and it looks like he did because he jumped from 4th to 2nd. But it's not even a contest of who has Ippon Master here. We all know.
Yep. So Sue, with a very stellar spinner performance, Snug probably bong himself, kind of stopping himself over the head, wishing that he had picked the spinner in this situation here. But regardless of that, still able to perform in a very consistent manner, taking that 2nd place. In a lobby like this, I think Snug is feeling pretty good about this one.
Yeah, but anything can happen in the next match. I mean, you've got Eagle City, of course, coming up, Starling, and obviously Eagle City is, as you said, this map is a polar opposite of what we saw. So you might not see as many Ippons come out from like Sue that we just saw in this game, having 7 or 8 there. You might just see a little bit more of a drone focus there, but obviously those fights are going to break out around those mid drones, as we've been saying all day, and it's going to be interesting to see what everybody chooses here. I feel like some players are going to go for more mobility options. I would not be surprised if we see,
Calibers
go to EX. We might see some Calibers come out. BNJ might go board here. It wouldn't surprise me if Benji goes board. But it's going to be interesting because even if you're 2nd right now, I mean, the difference between, if you look at the scoreboard from the last game, the difference between the points from, again, 2nd to 6th, not very big. They're all around 5,000 points. So, I mean, you still need a very solid performance here to make it into the top. Even if Sue goes to 8th place here, and I doubt Sue will go 8th, but like, you never know. You
very
really
comfortable game 1, going to giving them a little bit of room to work with, regardless of how they perform. Even if they have a bit of a rougher game, I do still think that they'll be able to be consistent enough to carry this through. And just like I said before, what did I say we were gonna see on Sue? We're gonna see the Caliber, which is such an excellent pick for the mobility options on this map in particular. You're gonna be able to get to that top side of the map so quickly and scout out all your options and put yourself in a very good spot. Meanwhile, another great Kala was the I think it was the skateboard. I don't know if that's on Benji.
Benji's got a board. Yep, Benji's got the board up. Snug, obviously going with the extreme motor as well, which I figured. And Sean, no surprise there, swapping to his 2nd with the Chewing V. So,
here we go.
Not a bad call here, but it seems like we're only going to have 1 hammer in this lobby, from the looks of it.
Oh, baby. Is that, could that be Kalu on the hammer right there?
I believe it is.
There you go. Kalu is a... I mean, perhaps. I mean, they are our resident skate hammer main. One of the better skate hammers in the EU, right up there with Gohart. So I wouldn't be surprised if even despite the difficulty of using not just using hammer in this lobby in particular, with a lot of skateboards to have a lot of mobility and quite a few yo-yos as well, but also a map that's so big with a weapon that has such low mobility options, it can be quite rough if you can't get value out of your ninjutsu. Things can get out of hand quite quickly. You have to play near perfect to perform well as hammer on Eagle City, but I do believe that Kalu has what it takes to make it work, and I'm very excited to see how they will perform in this upcoming match, J-Man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Kalu's hammer performs as well. As you said, it is tough having a lower mobility tool, especially with people. We got 3 boards in this lobby. You got an extreme motor. I mean, those are 4 weapons out of the 8 in this lobby already that have a lot of mobility and power behind that mobility as well. We can't forget about how much damage some of these weapons do, and especially like you see something like the extreme motor. You don't think a yo-yo class does a lot of damage until you get hit by it.
Yeah, no, hey man. Okay, so this all right, understood. So it looks like we did have somebody that unfortunately disconnected around the beginning of the match, which means this match will not be counted. If I remember the rules correctly, this will be definitely a replayed game. So players can definitely just chill, relax, lay back a little bit, just kind of take a look at your opponents, memorize their shinobi cards, do what you gotta do.
Now, I don't believe that, if I'm not mistaken, they are not allowed to change their weapons going into this. It's basically like a replayed game here. So, I mean, we can take a look at I mean, look what we're seeing on the screen, Starling, compared to what they're seeing is a little different. So we're getting a generalized idea of what they might be running going into the next game, or going into the rework.
Everyone on quick respawn, obviously. I mean, everybody on starting dash. The most the only I think the only must-have in the current meta of VR is definitely quick. God goodness, I love quick respawn too, but starting dash is gonna be that solid pick that you always want to have in your kit. And then right next to it, we have a combination of quick respawn and
GBI
combat impact. Yeah, any thoughts on those two cards, Jamin?
I mean, quick respawn speaks for itself, man. Being able to choose when and where you respawn to take advantage of a potential weak opponent or a potential opportunity. That's clean. Kalu just threw a Tenchi out. You guys can't see it, but Kalu just threw a Tenchi out for fun and ended up getting 5 emotes.
You love to see it, yeah. You know, caught him relaxing, caught him with their guard down, and that's gonna be a 5-man Ippon. Yeah, definitely gonna be wanting to bring that over to the next game as well, for sure.
Yeah. But this is nice for them, right? Because, you know, they got some time to relax. They can just kind of have fun and emote around each other a little bit. And,
there you go.
You know,
like,
they enjoy
if you were nervous going into the match,
this
is definitely going to be... if you were nervous going into the match, this will probably be a nice de-stress for you to just... You know, take a deep breath, you know, realize that you are alone, you know, you are with friends, you are with family here, you are with the people that you know, and you're here to have a good time, so... definitely gonna be oh my god, that looks so cool. Oh my gosh,
that looks so sick.
There we go.
As we got about 100 seconds. They just have to currently remake the lobby. Unfortunate DC. I mean, it happens. It happens in other games too, all the time. But
it's not a Ninjala. It's not a Ninjala tournament if you don't get some random error that delays delays things even slightly. You know, it's just tradition at this point. Exactly. It is definitely to be expected. Well, I don't think it's gonna
partner right now. Nobody is obliging to be Benji's dance partner. It's kind of sad.
Oh, that's Shinobi's got the moves though. Let's go.
Dude, I love emoting as a Shinobi Beast. I think it is the funniest thing because some of the emotes just get so ridiculous, but others turn really funny.
It's so nice. It's so cool. I love it too.
So Benji says he missed the bus to get to Eagle City.
Bro. Yeah, gonna have to get the next what's it called? I think they use a lot of blimps in the lore for transportation of the ninjas students throughout WNA, and the whole pretty much the whole Comerica region uses a lot of blimps and ships move around. So yeah.
But isn't there a blimp on every map? Like somewhere?
Is there? Could there be? So I've seen it on WNA. Catches has caught my eye a lot. Croissant Arena probably has some harder balloons.
Like way up.
Yeah, that's a nice little fun Easter egg hunt maybe. Probably looking
into absolutely. Is there a blimp in every map? There's definitely one.
I mean, hey, how do the ninjas get there? You know, there has to be some type of transportation. Shinobi City has that train, and I think every map has some form of transportation built in to show us however they got there. So.
I wonder the lore too of like how do the barriers just. How are the barriers created? Because sometimes we just see people knocked into the ceiling and it's just a barrier there. Kind of flying out of Croissant Arena.
Like a ninja energy barrier, man. There's definitely something behind it. I hope that I would really love to see some of the story to keep being explored and try to relate it to some of the gameplay elements. That would be so cool.
We need some more of that juicy lore, dude.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to any of that if we do have some of that in store. It's been so fun. Now, we are waiting on Benji to make their way back into the lobby so we can get this second and final game of semifinals, I believe. It's only 2 games, I think, right?
Yes, 2 games for semis. So we will be going into next match right away as soon as they come on back in. Hopefully, it's actually Madoka who DC'd Starling, but Benji's there. Benji's there. How do you miss your boy?
Benji, it's probably because he said something in the chat along the lines of blah 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 disconnect or something like that. I probably made an assumption there. My bad. But
we're just waiting on Madoka.
Waiting on Madoka, the resident skate hammer main, making their way back in. They already used their skate hammer back in Shinobi City. Curious to see what their second weapon pick might be.
I thought it was, like, as they went in, I thought it was a katana that I saw. I might be wrong.
Could be katana. Katana can perform pretty well. I've seen players make katana work on Eagle City. Ninja Sushi definitely comes to mind. There's some really great strategies that can be implemented on this map in particular. And yep, that you're right, Jam. Looks like we're gonna be seeing the Ippon katana come out from Madoka, which will definitely give them some more movement options in this map right here.
I like Madoka's katana kit too. Did you see that?
What are they rocking?
That was a clean looking katana kit.
Oh, strike big on and giant kill. Oh, this is a very.
That's
yeah. They are covering a lot of options when it comes to potential Ippon avenues in the parries with the strike big, in the giant killer, and on the ceiling hyena for those binds. Pretty well rounded.
Yeah, very good kit. I honestly love the combination of strike big, giant killer, because even if you lose that strike big, which it happens from time to time, we all end up taking just a rogue. We all get knocked out on a rogue engagement sometimes, and we lose that big weapon. Having that giant killer as a backup is still such a huge benefit.
Yeah, Giant Killer, it does tend to come in clutch, especially in games where it's very common at the high level of play that the Ippon master will be decided by 1 or 2 Ippons. It's actually very, very close the majority of the time. So, Giant Killer tends to be that card that gives you that edge. But right now, starting things off on Madoka. Let's see what they're up to here.
Everybody just looking for drones right now at the beginning of Eagle City. Benji found
gotta get your big weapon.
Yep, gotta get your big weapon. But Madoka don't need that big weapon. Madoka just wants the S energy right now and has already secured at least 1 drone. So Madoka's not gonna be afraid to engage in a fight if Madoka needs to.
Yeah, Madoka definitely gonna be in an advantage position if they do take any early game fights. Speaking of early game fights, we have Georgia on Sue right now, and Sue actually taking the
conversion. Oh, Sue gets interrupted though. Gets the wide though, so it's not stolen. So smart play there from Sue.
Very good, very good.
Oh my god!
Oh, Kalu off to a pretty good start. Taking out Benji early is gonna give you a lot of space to work with as you progress throughout the map. It's gonna, take that pressure off your shoulder where you don't have to worry about Benji, appear from the shadows and taking out your Ippons right there.
Yeah, Gohar engaging with Madoka here, and this is a very interesting fight because you actually have both the katanas in the lobby going at it right now. Oh, but Gohar manages to get the bind on Madoka, but it's not gonna last long enough. Yep.
Dang, yeah, not enough to secure it right there.
They're still fighting. The tornado comes out. Oh, Gohar wasn't ready though.
Madoka gonna be getting the better of that, which means they're gonna be they get to hold on to their big weapon just a little bit longer, as into the second half of the match right now. Yeah, there we go.
Everybody is on the board right now because we've been looking at a lot of Madoka. Madoka doing a good job holding second place, but look at this fight breaking out on the top.
And Kalu once again. So we were talking about how they got so much value from those tensions during that, bit of a downtime. They seem to be doing just the same thing now in an active match, getting a lot of value. I would not be surprised if we see a third Tenchi come out for Kalu in this map right now.
Yeah, Sean looks like he's struggling a little bit with 2 minutes left on the clock, sitting in 8. But look at who's in the middle joining him. It's the brother, and the brother
here we go.
Does not get the blind conversion, but the back attack not gonna be enough. Dies to the gum grenade.
And Snug definitely feeling himself, feeling pretty good after that one. Currently holding 3rd place, got themselves in a really, really good spot as we get into the last minute and a half of the match. Jamin, gosh, man, this is going to be a close one for sure. Looking at the points.
It is, and you know what's funny? We haven't, we saw that one massive fight on the bridge, but we haven't seen, the fight. The one that decides the game, that top 3 fight.
Yeah, no mosh pits right now. It's being a lot of 1v1s, 2v3.
Oh my god, look at Stu, dude.
Stu is having a ball right now. 6 Ippons, and there's 6 Ippons, and they have over 60 seconds left. A nice minute to work with here. Definitely could make some more plays happen. I don't think they're too worried about anything else right now. They could literally just put down their controller and they'll still be fine.
True, it looks like Sean not wanting to deal with his brother, and his brother is just kind of engaging. The froggy block is good. Gonna be able to get the conversion. Kalu actually using
super armor.
Yeah, using the invincibility actually there. Unfortunately, not able to get anybody, of course, with that Tenchi, but able to stay alive as Sean really is just looking for some points right now. I don't think Sean is able to find too much as Gohar engaging. There's the horse. I love that ninjutsu. I really do. I think it looks so funny, but I love it.
Oh yeah, Warznheimer is a force to be reckoned with. Only 15 seconds left on this match, and we're gonna be seeing the last few fast stick break out. A lot of parry situation happening right now. Benji trying to steal a few of those Ippons, and with only a few seconds left, it looks like we're gonna see everyone trying to make their last second place. Sue holding 8 Ippons right now. It is not close. Gosh.
Man, I wish
What a
we would have seen
performance.
more Sue's engagements there because it looks like Sue took a little advantage. But look at this,
Oh,
though.
well,
Sean
well.
going from
Mr.
to
Logic Motion.
fourth. And that's a big change. But now with Snug's position in 5th, he might be safe. He might be safe because he got second first
let me
game.
go to Logic's DM, pass my PayPal real quick, get my bet money real quick. But anyway, so that was I'm very, very proud of. So some guy named Sean had a very rough start right there. We saw him hold 8th place for such a long time during that match. It was so rough. I wish we could have seen what happened, but somehow, some way, they pulled a magic trick. They brought themselves right back into the game, and they secured their 4th place spot. Which means we will be seeing one of the Snug brothers, one of the Lotus New Bloom brothers moving on to grand finals.
Indeed.
Along with the my two favorites for the tournament, Benji and Sue.
Yeah,
which
Benji and Sue.
we will also be seeing moving on.
Sue was absolutely incredible there. But the one thing I want to bring up actually is how close, again, the positions, both those games, the positions 3rd through 6th are literally decided. Though, at least in that particular match, and even the one in Shinobi City, they were all decided by pretty much less than 1,000 points. So this top 4 going into grands from this group is literally anybody's game. You might have had a 5th place and a 2nd place, and it still might not be enough.
You think it's gonna be that close?
I think it'll be pretty close, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, probably. And so this is it.
It's because Sue had the new crab bottle that we were looking at earlier.
I know.
The angry crab.
The angry crab, dude.
The angry
That's definitely
crab.
it. It powered them up. Yeah.
Yeah, you get that. People don't know this. Hitting the files, you do get a 5% boost if you have a specific gun bottle. Some of them give you an attack boost, some of them a defensive boost. I am joking. This is a joke. Please don't take it seriously.
It's a morale boost. It's a morale boost.
But it definitely, if you get a good gun bottle, it's definitely going to boost how you feel about yourself. If you feel in yourself, you're gonna play better.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm a huge believer in that. I think if you look good, feel good, play good.
Dang right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, Logic. What did you think of those games, man? I mean, there was some pretty intense action involved.
Dude, there was a lot of action, more action than I thought there was going to be, especially like in Eagle City. That bridge battle was it was pretty nutty. I mean, like I said, these guys are impressive. These guys are the best of the best. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a match with any of these people. So.
If I was on, again, this side of the bracket was definitely the harder of the two, I would say. Just based on like the players actually playing against each other. I mean, Benji, Sue, the Snug brothers. I mean, like there's a lot there.
Don't say that. No. That's the bad one. I made a mistake when I said that. Do not repeat that. That's
I think.
Hey, you said it first, so you know what? It's only fair.
Yeah.
I think it fits, honestly.
It sounds good, but it's not. I don't think Sean would be a big fan of that one. He doesn't want to be in the shadow.
What if we say it's
matter of fact, Sean, they're the Sean brothers. Sean's the one that's moved on to grand finals. I think he earned that one, at least for today. But here we go.
The score is coming up. Let's see how close
All right,
it
let's
is.
see. So
Here we go.
For the semifinal B, we have Sue, 18,249, BNJ, I'm sorry, I don't know English, 10,809, LNB Snug, 9,516, Kalu, 9,119, Madoka, 8,572, LNB Some Guy, 6,607, Georgia, 5,639, Gohart, 4,520. Amazing matches. You
Wow.
guys are the best.
I just want to say,
Yeah,
4,000 of
point
those
it out.
points. 4,000 of those points that Sue has are from getting Ippon Master and the Scorching Ippon bonus. 4,000 points.
Yeah.
Even then,
I
if you
mean-
take all that away, Sue is still 4,000 points ahead of Benji. That's crazy.
They
Dude,
they are
that's
very dangerous right now. They
Built different. I like that.
Yeah, they got that consistent pop off, which you don't really get to see too much. You usually see that one game pop off, and it's pretty great. But you very rarely get to see the back-to-back pop off, which Sue definitely did deliver on those 2 games, and
An actual
Kinda-
shinobi beast.
actual Shinobi beast in the way that they've been playing. It's amazing.
Beastin'. All right.
There we
Sounds
go.
good.
Georgia,
There we
you
go.
did
Good job,
so
Georgia.
great. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did
everybody
really
did,
good,
and
Georgia.
that group was a tough group, man. You got to be proud of your performance. You really do. Doesn't matter where you were in that group. I mean that's a hard group to go against. That's a hard BR lobby, especially on Shinobi City. I mean those players on Shinobi City are built different, dude.
Like, yeah, you have
Everybody
to.
is built different on Shinobi City.
Yeah, you have to look at it like these are probably like some of the best players like in the world. The fact that you're even able to get points and keep up and get KOs, get Ippons means you're one of them too. You have that in your just like in your skill set, your repertoire. Like it's so like you don't know how good you are, honestly.
Definitely, man. And I feel like one thing that, every single player that has been knocked out of the tournament thus far will definitely take away is the experience of being in these high player lobbies, because you'll always have the opportunity to observe what everybody that is doing well is doing and pick it up on your own, and maybe incorporate it in your own gameplay to make yourself a better player in every single way that you can. And there's always a takeaway. There's always a way to improve. And I feel like this is the type of environment where you definitely have the best opportunity to do so. And I'm just so proud of everybody that's played so far. And you guys are absolutely insane and amazing players all throughout.
Even if again to add to that, Sterling, even if you were knocked out, you learn from playing against the best, without a doubt. You learn from playing against the best.
It's
you
the
find
best way to learn.
I legitimately feel like you find mistakes easier in your own gameplay when you play against the best. And then you can correct it. It does take time, and that's what practice is for. But like it is the best way to go about it. I'd rather get my butt kicked and learn something than absolutely stomp somebody.
I see. I see where you're coming from, and it does look like we are going to be taking a close look at the final bracket in just a few seconds here, where we can see who we're going to be having in our very, very last
Grand
set of the day. Grand final territory right now.
Nagito, E-Weekwall, JP, Louie, Sue, Benji, Snug, and Kalu. This is
Oh,
a
baby.
stacked finals. I am so excited, you guys.
I honestly don't know where anybody's gonna end up. I can't even predict top 8.
I
There
mean,
we
yeah,
go. I
dude,
know,
this-
Maybe one or
this-
two.
So
Like,
hang on,
maybe
let me
one
say
or
this.
two?
Let me say this. Yo, Snug had been so nervous all morning. He's like, man, I really want to make it to the finals. I really want to make it to semis. And look at him now, all the way in grand
In
finals, holding his own. In grand finals right now, he was nervous that, oh man, I have to go against the very best players in my region, which I think is a feeling that a lot of people had in the tournament. Snug has been carrying that torch for every single player out there that is interested in competitive, that wants to do well in BR, and is putting in the time, putting in the effort to really do what it takes to hang with the best and make it all the way to where they are now.
Now
Alright,
let's
that's all I
talk
got.
about the underdog Louis though going into Grand Starling.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning
Alright,
of the
alright.
stream, and the same goes for you, Logic, we had no idea. None of us had any idea who this person
Yeah.
was. But they've shown some very impressive drill, and they have made a name for themselves here. I know there's definitely a bunch of Louis fans in the chat after today, for sure, if not right now. So you know what? It's
mm.
always nice to have that underdog in here because you never know. They will shake up the leaderboard. They always do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
he's not
you
so
know?
much the underdog. He's just mysterious, right? He's just like,
Yeah,
A
yeah.
you know,
wild
like,
card.
yeah, like we just didn't know about him. You know, he could have been anybody.
All right. So we're actually going to be taking a break in a little bit here. We're going to take about a 15 minutes break and then we will be back for the grand finals. Thank you guys so much for sticking around so far. I hope to see you guys for the grand finals. And some predictions maybe? We're going to give the players a break. They've been playing all evening. So, yeah. See you guys in 15 minutes.
Here we go.
What's up, ninjas? Gung Ho Mads here to bring you all the highlights from the massive May Melee. Seems like someone was studying C.A. J-Man's videos. Perry, Reed, and Ippon. The Punishing Blade gets punished with this well-timed tornado from Hawk. There was an attempt, but Cam still got the Ippon and got away squeaky clean. Out of the frying pan and into the freezer. Huh, lazy tune. Round and round the gold drills go. Who comes out on top? As the topo knows. This shinobi beast tried to be sneaky, but gets caught in a sticky situation. Did someone order a dragon to this party? Tried to secure the area with a potent poison, only to be secured in multiple gum binds. You know what they say, if you don't want a rocket, don't battle in this pocket. Shinobis can get out of parries, but can't get out of this rocket. Gyro thought he could escape, but the tornado sucks him in anyway. How can you tell if a mushroom is deadly? You'll see as Mushroom's deadly intent pronounces death dead. Fuji apples are sweet, but 3 Ippons with the Fujiyama rocket is sweeter. Being chased by Atomic is terrifying, but being baited into a tornado live on stream is horrifying. Gyro releases the beast, but couldn't release his full potential as everyone and their cats joined the fray. We call this next segment Sad Starling Shots. We like to kid around here, but you know we love you, Starling. Sun Mario interrupts Fuego's Ippon only to get swooped by Asbiel right after. Asbiel narrowly escapes Sun Mario's rocket explosion, but the two others are not so lucky. Buff Kirby is fast, but can he outrun Fuego's dragon? A.O. Riley perfectly sums up this next clip.
Oh, the Tenchi will find nobody, but the Jiro will find Fun Mario.
Atomic's Mixer cooks up an Ippon, but gets too hot and gets Ipponed. We said massive May melee, and they gave us that massive melee in May. We want to thank all the participants of the MMM again for giving us so many exciting moments. And as always, thanks for staying until the end of the video. What was your favorite moment from the MMM? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, Ninjala! What's up, ninjas? Gung Ho Mads here with another exciting community tips video. This time, we asked you guys for tips on all of the new things that were introduced in Season 6. First up, we have Zapdos letting us know that you can hit the set drone midair, which causes it to land early, allowing you to control where it lands. Queen Jess out here with an advanced combo video for the Extreme Motor. If you've got your movements down, try out this sequence of attacks. Normal attack, jump cancel, normal attack twice, jump cancel, normal attack again, and wide attack for an instant Ippon. If that was too advanced for you, Mochi Lucy has an easy Extreme Motor combo. After you use a normal attack, you can jump cancel into a gumshoot and use a normal attack 3 times and finish with a Bumpy Accelerator's turbo attack for a clean Ippon. Next, we have Sandman showing us you can get the turbo boost without taking sharp turns if you drift and flick the L stick left to right quickly. SB Swag 99 has that ideal positioning to hit the set drone by attacking it from above to avoid the drone's attacks. Hammer Bubblegum has a bunch of great tips for you, and we love this thread. You can use Extreme Motor or DJ Scratch's normal attacks to quickly get around the map without spending any energy. Similarly, the back attack can be used to quickly retreat. Both of these work best when done from the ground so that your jump keeps its momentum. Speed boosts help too. If you want to combo into multiple hits of Special's Turbo, being above your opponent works best because they'll get launched upward into the next hit. Having trouble turning? If you're using the default controls, Shade says press ZL to start drifting. You'll be rewarded with a speed boost. Additionally, Shade also lets you know that you can cancel Worst Nightmare by pressing ZL, perfect for a great follow-up. Darky Amador has a great way to get the drone set. Click right, ZR, and cancel. Take advantage of its blind spot and repeat. If the drone is attacking with its wave attack, just use a break attack and it won't hit you. Toony Dream has a tip to keep your opponents off you and valuable drones. Use Extreme Motor Special to create an explosion when attacking. Worst Nightmare is strong, but not invincible. Mayor Rev lets us know that certain heavy hits like Power Buster will knock you off your horse. Scrap Saber has 5 more ways to stop the Worst Nightmare horse ninjutsu. Last but not least, The Fallen has all of the new and current locations on where to find the drones in Sphinx Valley in Battle Royale. Thanks for staying until the end of the video, and special thanks to everyone who submitted clips. We hope that you learned something new in this video. Until next time, Ninjala! What's up, you guys?
Hey.
We're back. We're about to go into the grand finals. I'm so excited.
Let's go. Oh my god, this is gonna be
Hype? Are we
so hype.
hype? I'm hype.
It's
Let's
gonna
go.
be great,
hype.
man.
I'm
This is-
watching
this
it.
is what
I'm
it's-
hype, dude.
Listen, all day has been leading up to this moment right here. We have a lot of people that maybe they didn't really think that they would make it all the way to grand finals, yet here they are. And I think that they will do an amazing job as we get into the next few games, guys. What are your first thoughts as we get into the first moments of this grand finals? What is on your mind?
Dude, literally what it is, like, this is grand finals, right? So people worked very hard to get here, but like from this moment on, it really is just like anybody's ball game. Anything could happen, you know, like what we think, who might end up being the best might just be somebody totally different, right? But
Do we first play-
everyone
do we
has the
for grand
skill.
finals? Mhm.
Everyone has a skill here, so it's just we'll see what happens.
My thought
For
going
sure.
into grands, a lot of talent from today. I mean, some very hard groups on both ends of the bracket.
Yeah, you think so? You think so?
But man, I'm
Uh.
just thinking of the players we got in this grands. Someone's got to stop Sue. Someone's gonna have to do it. I don't think Sue's gonna be stopped. Sue's on a hot streak right now.
Hey man,
Oh,
they've been
man.
playing hard all day. You know, it's hot outside. It's hot in the game, and Sue is playing out of their mind.
It's
Those
hot in here.
back-to-back pop-up games definitely gonna put some high expectations on that player going into the grand finals, which could in some cases does backfire if you have too much pressure. But I do think Sue has what it takes to handle that pressure and use it to propel themselves forwards and perform even better than before. Definitely want to see each and every one of the players in these groups do their very best to come out on top. You know, give us some good Ninjala to watch.
You got some good Ninjala to watch. Don't worry, it's coming, Starling. Just you wait.
Yeah.
So, no. So why don't we go
The
ahead
best is
and
yet
take a
to
look at the? I don't know how to speak. The best is yet to happen. I want to take a look at these weapon maps. This upcoming map picks for this grand finals. Let's see, where are we kicking things off, guys? What is the first map?
So first battle will be in Sphinx Valley. The second will be in Fort Riverdale, and the third will be in what we know best, WNA Arena.
Ooh,
Classic to
it
end
feels
it.
I'm so excited
Man, it
for
feels-
WNA.
It's been forever since we saw a WNA match, which is crazy because it is the opposite of ranked. That ranked is just WNA and maybe some new maps here and there, right?
It's
Hey,
nice
Sphinx
to see
Valley.
that variety because
Yeah.
a lot of like ranked matches take place in WNA, so it is nice to see that variety, especially in a more like professional tournament setting.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why that's the case. It's not that everybody just loves WNA. It's literally when you first load up to ranked battles, that is just the default map that's already picked for you, right there. So if you're just mashing trying to get into a match, that's where you're gonna go most of the time, and that's usually the case. They are trying to change that. I noticed they're trying to put random maps as the default option a little bit more, but people still kind of switch it up to WNA every now and then. Maybe I do that. Who knows? But I
go to Sphinx Valley. I'd rather be over there.
I really like Sphinx. I liked it more before the Sushi X nerf because I could just freeform. I can't really do that anymore, so I'm kind of sad. But I definitely want to see how these players are gonna play in these maps. I want to see these weapon picks. I want to see the strategy, see the game plans come into fruition, and I want to see how they handle these maps, man. Sphinx Valley, Fort Riverdale, and WNA Arena, all them maps that they tend to lean very heavily towards certain weapons. Certain weapons tend to perform extremely well in these maps in particular, and I want to see how these players choose to go about that. We already have our first player in the lobby, our first 3 players in the lobby, Snug, Sue, of course, and
Benji.
and Benji. Is this a foreshadowing? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we
I
got
don't
some
know.
interesting picks. We got some interesting. I can't talk. We're just gonna go. with
Everyone
that.
can't speak.
Let's go! Let's
but-
go!
We got some picks, some good weapon picks, and some good fashion to start it off. So I like that. You know,
We do
like I
love
said.
seeing some drip.
The classic,
Yeah.
the classic snug
Drip
trip. Although Yo, where's A.O. Riley at? Where's
I know,
Riley
where
at?
is
Where's that
he?
drip job?
College boy Snug is a very solid
Mid
drip.
two.
Very good look for sure. And one thing that I love about Snug's, I assume talking about the fit. So one thing about Snug's fit that most people might not realize, Snug is a French player, and if you look at those 3D glasses, you'll notice that they actually make the same shape as a French flag. So this man has that. He has,
why he does
yeah,
this.
he
That's
does.
awesome.
Yes, he does. So he is
That's
definitely
awesome.
representing his country through and through. Same things can be said about the spinner, his shoes, just everything about him. It just screams, I am a French player and I am a good French citizen here. So definitely
always wondered
props
why
to
he-
yourself for that.
Only wore the 3D glasses. I always wondered that. Now I know.
There you go. Now you know, and look at that spinner, look at the shoes, just everything really does come together for Snug. Wishing him the best. You know what? This is the
Sean.
first. Kicking things off with what's Sean saying? Kicking things off with his
Are you
best
guys
weapon.
talking about the
game
French
one.
flag is white?
Oh my God, Sean! Come on, man!
Yikes! All right, somebody's gonna get extradited.
Oh my God, Snug should just walk into your room right now, dude. No.
So I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. That's a good meme. That's a good one. I always been a good certified good one ever since high school. I've been hearing that one for a long time.
All right, so
Oh, man.
just to let everybody know what's at stakes, first place is going to be a 4. This is a different currency that I'm used to. Is that euros or is that pounds?
It's euros. Euros.
Euros. Okay, so
Euros,
we
baby.
got 400 euros gift card for first place. Second place is going to get 250 euros gift card. Third place is going to get 100 euros. Fourth is going to get 50 euros. And 1 through 8 is going to get the Gumchi t-shirt. So there's
Everybody
high
gets a Gumchi
stakes.
t-shirt.
This is for your
High
in-game
stakes.
avatar, not this one.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, so
All
let's
right.
go. So just to
Going
reiterate, so
with- Oh yeah, you can read it if you want.
this is just like a 5-second thing. I think that everyone that made it here, congratulations. You're already a winner. You're walking away here with a Gumtree shirt. So good job. Just do your best and see how much further you can push yourself. And just know that you've already done an amazing job. That's all I got.
Very proud.
There you
of that.
go.
All right. Have fun. We'll see you guys in a little bit. We're starting off with Starling and Logic. Let's go.
Hello,
Let's
hello.
go.
This is the first match of Grand Final. How you doing? How you doing?
All right.
Get ready for the
Oh,
action.
baby. We are about to get into this one. And one thing that is going to be a little different, I don't know if you guys remember, but Snug did not use spinner at all in the first few rounds. He did kind of play around a little bit with Asakusa, some extreme motor, but now our boy is serious. He's like, yo, I'm not taking any chances. I'm picking the main game one. I need to get this momentum going, and I need to get my foot in the door so that I can secure my spot going forward. So very excited to see how they perform in this first game. Here we go.
Man, Starling, I'm not even playing. My hands are sweating. Let's get into it.
Oh, I same thing here. And, oh my God, man! It's been
Starting
4
off very
seconds,
strong.
please.
That's a
Please.
bind, baby.
No.
Oh.
Oh, Snug. Oh, Snug getting cut off by soon. The first 5 seconds of the match. Are you kidding me?
That's going to be the first Ippon of the match already.
Oh, but Snug with quick respawn, getting himself right back into this game, getting that first drone. Making sure that they don't fall behind at all. And meanwhile, Benji getting himself some nice plays of his
Not
own,
looking
some
good.
early plays. But
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
this
good
is
combo.
Hammer main with that
Ooh.
reversal. Oh, now this is some grand finals
Beautiful.
right here, baby.
Beautiful.
Oh, let's
Now,
go.
this is what a grand final is supposed to look like, Starling. We're already
Oh
off to
my
an
God.
explosive start. People are just already engaging in the action. They're not they're not pulling any punches.
holding nothing back right now, just giving everything they got. Here we go. Let's see if we get these big weapons in the mix here. Wigwall with the extreme motor, very solid pick. All right, pulling a little bit behind, but it's only the first few seconds. Everybody's really close in score. Only 300, 400 points apart. We have Jess, aka JP, aka Tense assistant in the ENL, a very good statistician, a very good friend, and a very good player all around.
Oh,
See, Nagito. Pop that shinobi, get your help.
barely escaping with their life. There's 3 people. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Yeah, that's a rough one right there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
and Harry struggle. They're not gonna be able to.
favorite
Oh,
Louis.
that's
Oh,
yeah.
Louis getting taken out, but still very much a lot of match to be played. Logic. What do we have here? What do you see?
So Sue is in first place right now. They probably have the most Ippons, 3 Ippons out of the whole match.
Ooh.
Snug has 2. and another person has 2 as well. So it's still very close. Anything can happen. It's anybody's game. But they really have to start focusing now, and that's a good Shinobi Beast.
Here we go, Ninjutsu time. Set drone about to come down in the next few seconds.
Can he do it? That's one Ippon. Can he get another one?
He's getting some good value. Here we go, and the drone too. There you go. If you can get...
Oh, and was able to end it off. Beautiful.
Where's that? Yo, that last millisecond Shinobi Beast. What do you mean? That is so good.
Yes. Here comes the set drone, by the way.
2 Ippons and a drone. That's so much value right there. And we have a nice conversion from Su once again, getting another Ippon on the board. How many are we looking at right now in the last minute and a half?
It's getting chaotic. 6 Ippons by Su. My
God.
God.
Are you kidding me? 6 Ippons in still a minute and a half. This is a new record even for Su. Su had 6 Ippons in Eagle City, but there was only 1 minute left. And now that record coming in the middle. Oh, catching Snug and another guy. That's some big value record for Jess right there, aka JP. Putting them in a great spot right now.
I have something for the rest of us.
Oh, catching up here, catching
tornado.
up. Oh boy, here we go, here we go.
We have less than 70 seconds left
Hey,
on
look
the
at
clock.
that dragon just kind of flying around like dragon does.
Nagito. Nagito has the set drone, so Nagito's going to be doing double damage as well as getting Ippons with regular KOs.
There we go. And in fact, he has the set drone at the same time that he's about to get his Shinobi Beast, which means every single Beast swing will kill in one hit. All you need to get it to one, and you're gonna get that quick Ippon with Beast. He could really use it to snowball here. Let's see how they make use of it to get some nice points, some nice consistency.
One hit.
Right here. Here we go. Jones, one hit, so it takes. Oh, there it is. There it is. He gets that value.
How many was that?
Oh, I don't think he got all of them, but he definitely got one, and he is currently holding Drone Master right now, putting himself in such a good spot right now.
Beautiful.
Okay, so what's left, Logic?
We don't have much time on the clock, so they gotta make something happen. Oh, that's a rocket. There's still time. There's still time. 10 seconds. About 10 seconds left. That's it.
Oh,
They're
Benji.
done.
Getting their Ippon in right here. Only 5 seconds left. There might be some
5
more
seconds
Ippon
left,
coming
and
out.
chaos ensues. 7,000 points.
Oh, it's gonna be, and Snug getting that last drone. Will it count?
Oh my
God. All you want to do game 1 is just keep it close. Just don't get blapped by too much, and you'll still be in the running here. Let's look at our top 4 right now. Oh, Su once again with a pop off. What is this consistency, man?
Su is very consistent.
So intense. I agree.
That was honestly a very crazy first match. The craziest first match out of the whole day.
Yeah, right off the rip, baby. Okay.
But don't get complacent. There's still 2 more games. Don't get complacent. This isn't it.
Everyone was close enough to each other where it is still very much everyone's game. Although Su is in a very, very comfortable spot. Gotta be able to hold that lead, and the pressure will be mounting on as we get into the next 2 remaining grand final games. People, here we go.
Yeah, the thing about when you come out on top of these matches and people see that, they might prioritize you in the next match. That might be a thing. There's like, okay, this person's dangerous. Let me see what I can do against them. And sometimes you have to do that, just because these are like every player here is good. So sometimes you just have to prioritize another player in order to stay competitive. The J-Man.
I'm here. Hi. What's going on?
How you doing? Good to see
I
you.
don't know, man. First game, whew. Everybody except Su still relatively close, and you gotta know, Logic, that we got 3 games. There's 3 games in grand finals. No one's out yet, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't have a shot yet.
You can't get complacent. This, like anything, it's anybody's game. So
I mean, we saw there was some incredible. I mean, just left and right fights right off the bat. Su literally taking no time at all that first game to secure a single Ippon. Unfortunately, it was onto Snug, who ended up in 6th that game. But you know what?
Yeah.
Still nearly had 4,500 points. So, I mean, that still keeps them in the running either way. They just need to have a pretty good performance to boost themselves in the ranks here. But how do you stop Su, Logic? I mean, Su has been hitting Ippon conversions left and
You-
right. It doesn't matter.
Honestly, like Sue is like on another like level in terms of just like thinking. Like they're a very smart player, right? So they have that matchup experience. Not only with just like everybody in the lobby, just like Ninjala in general. Like they know the gameplay. It's crazy. But up next we have Fort Riverdale. Fort Riverdale has a bit of RNG in it, so that might come to somebody's advantage. It might be advantageous to somebody. What do you think could happen with this match?
I think that jackpot, what's really interesting about Fort Riverdale is obviously you've got a couple things at Fort Riverdale. You got that really low section, which it does tend to mess up players' cameras a little bit, but that jackpot gumball firing lasers literally from the sky do so much damage. If you get caught up in one of those, if you're stuck in a fight and there is a judgment gun coming down, someone's getting a lot of points just by touching a single.
That's like 50% of your HP gone in a second if you get hit. And sometimes you don't have a choice but to get hit. If you're in a parry or if you're getting hit, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's interesting? We have a very interesting setup of weapons here. I saw going into this 3 Scrap Sabers, I believe 3 Popeyes. Snug actually, for this game, the only one sticking on a yo-yo. Playing Asakusa this time around, so we'll see how that works out for him in a lobby that has so many gun lasers.
Now let's get into this match. We're already off to a very strong start. We're just heading up top, get an overview of the map. I think people are already battling down below. It's always hectic down there.
Got a little bit of a fight down below. It's actually Weak Wall and BNJ going at it, and Weak Wall gets a parry.
No, he's getting away.
Out, takes the door.
Yeah.
He's gone.
And like we said, the camera angles are a little rough down here in Fort Riverdale, so it can be a hard fight sometimes for anybody.
Nice counter laser there by Kalu. A froggy block trapping BMJ under the ground there, but BMJ able to escape here and still looking for a couple drones down below. You can't blame BMJ. That's a really unfortunate respawn spot for Weak Wall there, but BMJ is just going to get out of there before any trouble is caused.
It's getting a little hectic right here.
Yeah, it looks like a small 3-way fight. Kalu, Snug 4-way fight now. We do have the baiting shark at the ready for Louis here. So we're going to see where Louis decides to place that baiting shark. Obviously, baiting shark placement on this map can be a little bit tricky. It's sometimes, if you really want to be mean, you put that shark right by the exit to one of the doors.
Right.
The moment you come out of that door, goodbye. So...
Yeah, that is the worst strategy. You're the worst person for that.
Hey, but you know what? It's viable as Snug gets smacked around with the punishing blade there by Nagito there. But BNJ, again, BNJ's kind of been holding, every time we've seen BNJ holding low on this map, but Snug with the combo conversion might be able to stop BNJ here. Goes for the break attack. However, is going to be able to secure it because of the yo-yo throw. Very good thing to catch actually a knockaway with the yo-yo throw.
That's a clean KO. Can't be mad about it. He's hitting the jackpot. Did he get it? Looks like he got something there.
No, and now the jackpots are starting now. Actually, usually about last like 150 jackpots start coming through. Because remember, that first gumball you get now, no matter who steps on it, the first gumball you always get if you step on it is going to be that full S energy recharge. So that's not going to matter if you don't step on it until the second time. As we're seeing some droning going on. If we can take a quick look at the scoreboard, seeing where the stats are stacking up here right now. We're seeing Sue with 2 Ippons, Kalu with 2
2 Ippons,
Louis with 2, JP with 3 in 8th, currently actually has the Ippon lead.
Right, so the average is pretty close. People can still catch up. We got 90 seconds left, so it's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, and JP currently has the Ippon lead, so watch that. We do have Judgment Gum finally being attained the first time. We're going to see some lasers come out. Not sure if any KOs were there, but Louis, 3rd place right now, doing a fantastic job with the Popeye. Obviously, they had a pretty rough first one.
Oh, that's a good spot.
You didn't just do that.
That is so evil. I agree. This guy.
No. He ended up getting someone with the shark anyway.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude.
Weak Wall
This is a dangerous battle right here.
Snug securing Ippon needs to get out of there or else that laser is going to knock him down. Manages to survive. Snug doing a great job staying middle of the pack right now. All Snug needs is a couple more points. But look at Weak Wall. Kind of just staying up top, looking for drones. No one really has been checking these top sections except Weak Wall, I've noticed, Logic. And obviously there's 3 drones there.
Oh my gosh.
What an Ippon from, I believe that was JP there, just coming in and just, I think, getting 2 or 3 there. Absolutely incredible. As now we're getting a little bit of a fight down below. Froggy blocks, lasers, and disco.
He could throw up a dance. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. This dance is going to have to be used soon, but I don't know who Kalu is fighting down here. Kalu just wants to get out of here, has literally a tick of gum damage before they're bound here. It's JP, of course, on the pursuit. Now Kalu going up top.
Yeah, he's chasing hardcore. Oh, punishing blade for the 10 seconds left. Even just getting that drone is really good.
Yeah, getting that call.
What can they do?
It's going to be very interesting.
Is there anybody?
To see if JP has the Ippon lead. It does, in fact, have the Ippon lead.
Oh, it just got one. Just got one at the end
so
there.
That's 6. So that changes. JP is going to get 1,000 points right now. Snug, though. Look at our boy. Look at him. Getting first. I mean, there's 3 drone masters, so Snug's going to drop a little bit here.
J-Man, look at the average of the scores. Everyone's 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000. The average is very close.
Yeah, Snug securing 3rd place, though, that game. Good for him. It looked like he had a rough start, but JP saving themselves with that game, though, Logic. Amazing performance from JP there. 6 Ippons going from 7th to 4th. Huge, and especially in a match that had such close point values. Nobody really popped off hard that game, and Sue actually ended up taking 5th because of the 3 drone masters and the Ippon master.
Yeah, absolutely amazing job. Oh man, just one more match.
One more.
You've made it this far. You've done it.
Correct.
You made it this far, but don't get complacent. You've made it this far. Oh man.
I'm interested now. Obviously, you go back to the bread and butter Ninjala. You think back to Ninjala Season 1, Ninjala Season 2. Got a couple maps, Logic. I mean, you got Eagle City and WNA Academy, and Eagle City, obviously, back then was the most preferred of the 2. So everybody here is super familiar with WNA.
This is home.
This is the bread and butter Ninjala. It's home.
Yeah, this is home. You know how we have away games and home games? This is home. This is this is it. Everyone knows.
It's home for literally everybody. That's the thing. Everybody's comfortable with this map, but what makes this map, I think, very interesting is it's kind of the same. It's a similar thing to Sphinx Valley, only more so in this case, where visibility on this map is incredibly big. Like Sphinx Valley, you've got the 2 walls on the side, and you've got the middle pillar that kind of breaks up visibility. You don't have that with WNA as much, except on the corners.
WNA Academy is so condensed enough to where everyone can see what's happening. No matter if you're far, no matter if you're close, you can see the whole map usually. So it really is going to be anybody's ball game. Everybody's going to be getting third-partied. It's wild.
Yeah, and the walls, obviously, you've got graded walls.
Alrighty, so.
Oh boy.
My God, what a game!
I don't know, man.
I
like this, dude. This is nail biting. Honestly, it really is. These point values are too dang close. You just don't know. Obviously, Sue had that really big first game. But the thing is, wait, did Sue save Spinner for the last game?
Oh, big. That is very big. And
Oliver Popeye
I'll say
Spinner,
this.
yes.
So definitely shout out to Snug, who I know, they really want to do their best here. They actually had a fantastic game too. From a very rough start, we saw they were pretty behind, pretty middle of the pack for a very large part of that game. But at the very end, they were able to secure that 2nd spot, which knocked him. He got knocked down by some bonuses to the 3rd or 4th slot, which is still very good, very consistent. So I hope that we are able to see everybody here do their best in the last game. Look, a lot of these players actually saved their very best weapons for the very end, which means we're going to be seeing some good Ninjala at play in just a few seconds here, J-Man.
It's interesting, though, that you say everybody saved their best weapons for last, because Snug actually opted to go Spinner first. So now Snug is playing EX motor here for this last game on WNA. So it might change up. It might change up the strategy a little bit with Snug. Obviously, again, those armored options are super clean. But I think the thing that, as you mentioned, Starling, the consistency of getting consistent point levels is going to keep you in that top 4 spot. So the more consistent you can be, the better off you're going to be as we get into literally the grand final game here. The final game, round 3, grand finals. And then from there, Louis still dabbing. I can't believe it. Oh, man.
All right, so kicking things off, we're actually gonna start things off on our, the trouble player right here, Sue, on the Shinobi spinner, holding the corner right now, and it looks like someone's actually trying to engage on them. Who do we got here, J-Man?
It is Louis, in fact, but unfortunately,
Louis!
that's a free
That is something that we've been seeing so consistently from Sue. The first 20 seconds are the danger zone when it comes to Sue. They will try to get that early Ippon, get that early lead, and that's exactly what they did. Here we go. Over to you, J-Man.
Just said at the end of that engagement, Sue literally just said, "Feed me more. You are not stopping me in 20. You are not stopping me within the first 20 seconds." But now, Louis doing a great job knocking out Kalu, so gonna get some points there. We saw Snug get knocked out earlier as well, but he's already got a drone secured. See some people with 3 drones already secured on the board as well. But the one thing you're gonna notice you're gonna be seeing a lot of GBI come out from these players, as this drone is secured by no one but Sue there. And look at this crazy fight happening here. Snug opting to go out. You see Snug kind of in the background there. He's running away, but as we see Sue's fight with Nagato here, a gum laser is gonna miss. GBI is gonna hit, and the parry.
Oh, the rocket interrupting, and the first rocket coming through right here. Getting a little bit of value, maybe one Ippon there perhaps.
One Ippon, because JP actually opted to burn Shinobi Disco there to save themselves from taking damage from that rocket. But look at this, we got a massive fight happening in the corner right now.
No.
Kalu with the tornado. Louis is out of there. There are so many people in that corner. Snug went down to Parting Utsumi. Don't tell me he went down to Parting Utsu.
Oh, that's always a rough one right there. Parting with Sammy always catches you off guard when you least expect it. That damage racks up. And so does the Gum Dams. Kalu actually holding first place in the first half of the match here. With still a nice minute and a half left on the match here. A little bit over 2 minutes actually. And we see Jazz, aka JP, getting a nice conversion with the laser.
Yeah, Snug came in and actually... Yeah, he didn't steal the KO, but he's still looking for this the KO on JP here. As we go back to Sue, who is just kind of wrapping around.
Here it is. Oh, this is a repeat of the first 20 seconds of the game with 120 seconds. Right on cue right now. Oh my god, Sue actually holding 4 Ippons, just got a KO right there, getting caught by none other than Benji here with a spinner of his own right here. But the interruption from the laser, gonna get that Ippon stolen from Benji. Oh,
not only stolen from Benji, but JP managed to knock out both of them on top of that. So that is really unfortunate. Now Snug, it looks like this is a little trouble for Snug. He's holding 7. He's got a couple Ippons here, but he needs to make a lot of value left.
I mean, only a little bit under a minute and a half there. Everybody trying to play catch up right now. Snug trying to look for an opening on Wickle actually disengaging, holding first place right now. They want to make sure that they keep that consistency, keep that drone rotation on. But Snug with that shotgun is gonna be huge for Snug right there. Gonna guarantee that bind and that Ippon. Here we go.
Yeah, and that's going to put Snug up a little bit more points on the leaderboard as we approach the final minute of the match. The horse comes in. Snug, I think, gets 1 or 2 there. So that is going to be huge if Snug did manage to get that.
Yes,
Snug now in
6th place. Keeping it up.
4 Ippon.
Actually holding Ippon Master right now. Holding Ippon Master right now. Sue's actually holding the same amount of Ippons right now, I believe. So it's going to be if Snug is able to tie that Ippon Master, he can very well find himself in the top 4 or even higher for this last game right here. Only 30 seconds left. This is it. This is where it all happens. If you have a play, make it now. Forever hold your peace. All the chaos. Everyone's here. They all know. They all feel the pressure. They all want to make their plays here. Oh, Benji going for the smart play, going for the drone on the outside, getting those guaranteed points.
Yeah, there was a big Shinobi Disco in the middle there. I don't know if it hit anybody, but Snug just trying to stay alive right now. Honestly, the last 10 seconds, that's the best
10 seconds left. Benji going for a play right here. Vincent almost getting that gumlet. Snug catching up as well, trying to make sure that they need this Ippon bonus to keep themselves on the running. But Sue gonna take that right away from him, taking it away from his grab. And this is it. This is the end of the match right here. There we go.
And that's the last thing you actually wanted to see from Snug. You did not want to see Snug getting Ipponed by Sue there. But what I find interesting is that Kalu, for the majority of that match, stayed back. They stayed back.
That's a wrap.
And they took drones on the outside. So,
yeah.
It got them consistent points.
They recognized the way that the entire lobby was playing and recognized the way the places where they could make the best out of their time, which was in those corner drones were being pretty much neglected by the entire lobby for a big part of that match until the very end. So, here we go.
What are they still drilling this door? Is it not done yet? What the heck, man?
My boy is stirring up. He just from that goodness that we just saw right there. Can't believe it.
there's still a lot of point consistency across the board between everybody, right? We got Logic back now, but coming back to it, a lot of point consistency across the board from a lot of these players in these 3 games. So like going into predicting top 4, I mean, I think without a doubt we got Sue in first now after seeing Sue not only rip the Ippon Master tie out of Snug's hands.
Consistency, baby.
It's honestly, it's undeniable. Sue is the best. I couldn't believe it. I had to take off my glasses, dude. I was like, what in the what? Like, the way Sue was playing was just, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was honestly, it was how Ninjala should be played. Exceptionally well. Very smart player.
Yeah, taking the drones where they needed to. Obviously, you don't want an early fight with Sue against the spinner. You gotta be. The thing is, you gotta be so careful with the spinner. You get hit once by a spinner, and you're getting canceled into a gum net. It's and it's so consistent at doing that. You can hit them into a gum net, delay your next hit, give them enough time for the bind. If your opponent doesn't realize they have to dash back out of that while the gum net's being delayed, especially if it doesn't hit the center, you're gone. And it's not even close. Like, you're not escaping the bind. The Yo-Yo's got a very consistent loop route with the gum net that always finishes in a warp strike, which, when that's a big weapon, gets even stronger because of the Star Tail ability, or that inside loop ability, where you're getting health back after finishing an opponent, or even a drone with a warp strike. So you're always able to stay alive, and that's what makes Spinner so deadly.
Very, very true. I mean, Spinner, always been a consistent weapon. They did kind of fall off the meta for a season and a half there, during that big, the big Yo-Yo nerfs that we all remember doing, I believe it was season 3 or one of those, maybe season 4. But now that we start to see them come back into the meta stronger than ever, now that players know just exactly what to do, what all the conversions are, and you know, taking advantage of all the consistency that the Spinner brings. I was very great to see those amazing performances through and through from everyone that was using that weapon in this grand finals. It was great to see. So guys, what was you guys' favorite moment from this grand finals, from what we saw? Let me hear it. What you got?
I kind of want to hear Mad's thought on this. What was your favorite thought?
My favorite thought? You guys saw my reactions the entire time throughout all the matches, but I think I reacted the most at W and A. I was just like,
it's like
all
instant,
of the
like just back to back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was. I don't know. I couldn't like process it, but there's so much action happening, and I thought it was so much fun. I love WNA in these tournaments.
Always fun to go back to the classic.
Freaking popping off.
Yeah.
All right,
people. It looks like we got the final call in. This is it. The tournament has come to its grand finale. Let's see what we got. What do we got?
All right. The mathematicians are here. So, the grand finals.
Oh my god.
We have Sue, number 1, 22,261. Kalu, number 2, 17,212. Nagito, number 3, 17,015. JP, number 4, 16,854. 5, Weak Wall, 13,972. LNB Snug, 13,592. B&J, 13,281. And Louis, 9,658. Amazing job. You guys are the best.
Yeah,
Literally, actually, unironically, the best. Right here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The best in EU.
Yeah, you guys can say you're the best in EU, yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Whew.
Wow.
I have no words for
Man.
that. Like, between Sue absolutely curb stomping everybody with the consistent Ippon masters and the Ippon bonus, which just added to Sue's deadly approach on all their weapons. 2nd through 4th, very close, all 13,000 points, but the fact that between 5th and 7th, there was a 3,000 point gap just to get to 4th place from the players who were in 5th and 7th is rather crazy to think about. That's a large amount of points. That's a few Ippons and definitely a couple of large drones there for sure.
I'm gonna keep it $150. Sue, like, seriously, they worked really hard. They worked super hard for every single match. They worked hard. There wasn't a single moment where they weren't. Like, it's crazy how much like crazy work they were putting in, dude. Like, to be that consistent all 3 games, Like, come on, dude. I gotta give it up.
Like you know what you're doing. Like you have a game plan. You know what the deal is. You know exactly what you want to do every game, and you have the mechanical skill to execute those plans and those ideas and make them a reality. Make yourself essentially the most consistent player in the European region right now. If not
really
in
impressed.
across multiple regions. So, definitely shout outs to them
You
right
still
there.
made top 8.
You made grants.
Like,
You made grants.
Yeah. You made a name for yourself. You've got fans in the chat now. Your
The
name is going to be
Absolutely.
closely watched
Underdog.
after this. Yeah,
we're getting
not
Louis shirts.
underdog, but like, yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah,
Louis
yeah,
shirts.
Let's go.
Louis merch. That's great.
Louis merch, let's go.
I mean,
Alright,
I still think everybody played their hearts out in grands, man. It doesn't matter. I know, Starling, you and I were talking like snug.
Shout out to Snug. Yeah, he
really wanted it.
He got that one game. That second. I know that really did boost him forward to make sure that he had that consistent performance throughout. And walking out in 6, in a lobby like this, like you are patting yourself on the back for that. That is such an amazing feat, through and through. So shout out to the boy Snug. You did amazing. Great job.
All right, so that actually brings us to the end of our tournament today. Thank you guys so much for, well, either if you're in NA, waking up early with us, or if you're in EU, staying up late with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Starling, Logic, and J-Man for joining us and commentating today. Where can we find you guys after this stream?
Yo.
All right, so I guess I'll go first. But my name's Logic Motion. I'm on Twitter with LogicM_. I'm on YouTube. I do Ninjala content. It's like kind of like the first time I've taken content like seriously. We recently just hit 3,000 subs on YouTube. I have something planned, but I don't want to give it all today. But thank you guys. You guys have always been awesome to me. So J-Man up next.
Yo, I got you. So I'm in a similar situation with Logic. So I can be found literally everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. It is all literally the same name. CAJman777. And I do a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm with Logic here in the Ninjala community, and then obviously over on my Twitch, we do some more variety gaming. But if you want to see more of the Ninjala stuff, YouTube is the place to check out. You want to see some more variety gaming, Twitch is the place to check out.
Starling?
There we go. Hey guys, it's your boy Starling here. So me, you usually will find me the most on either Twitch or Twitter. I do be tweeting a lot though. I love posting drawings, animations, and of course, more recently, some tournament announcements. Which, if you guys had fun today, I do have a tiny little event happening tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit different from what you saw today. Of course, it's not going to be a BR tournament. I'm doing a bit of an off format with the 1v1s. Tomorrow, we do have a lot of the EU players that you saw here today will be participating in that tournament. We will have Snow, we will have B&J, we will have a lot of the people that you saw in grand finals, ducking it out in a 1v1 format. So if you are excited for that, if that is your cup of tea, definitely look out on my Twitch channel tomorrow, twitch.tv/Starling with 2 Gs. We will be broadcasting that starting at 12 p.m. EST. There you go. That's all I got.
And how many participants are in this tournament?
Just a few, just a couple. It's a pretty low turnout to be honest, but we'll do what we can.
Like 80 plus.
Holy!
All right. Yeah, it was okay. So since you guys so I did not expect that. Me and NASA, we really did try our hearts out to make this promotional stuff for the tournament. Because we wanted to bring back the community tournaments, make sure that we give the community something fun to do over the weekend. So that we can all have fun and enjoy Ninjala when it's at its best. So besides that, I'm so excited to just bring you guys a fun show. We've been putting a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure that we bring you guys a good, fun experience. Not unlike the one that you saw here today, where we're all trying our best, trying to give you guys a good show. We do have, definitely what it takes to hopefully put on an entertaining show tomorrow. So. Please,
a
please
lot of
look out
familiar
for
faces there tomorrow as well on commentary and even playing. So,
absolutely. We will we'll have for those of you guys that like Nick, your previous community manager. He will be on commentary for the first hour. So you do definitely want to make sure that you're there on time so you don't miss him, because he'll be gone in the first hour. So other than that, gonna be a very fun time. Hope to see you guys there. There you go.
And thank you so much to all the players who participated today. You guys did amazing. It was really intense. I really appreciate all of you. We will be contacting you probably on Monday about your prizes, so please stay tuned. I know it's gonna be pretty late for you guys, but yeah. I'm Gung Ho Mad. You guys can keep up with all the latest Ninjala news by following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as Play Ninjala, as well as here on the Gung Ho America Twitch stream, and also YouTube as Play Ninjala as well. We'll see you guys in the next one. We will be doing the Season 7 stream where we introduce our new weapons.
No, she brought him out. Kitten mittens. Let's go.
No, my
Let's go.
boxing gloves!
Boxing gloves,
Mhm.
boxing
All right.
gloves, beautiful.
All right, you guys. Let's actually see who's streaming right now. I don't know who's streaming Ninjala. Was one of you going to
Looks like
stream?
Clasher.
We got Clasher out here.
Flash is it.
He
Bit of a
habla
funny
español.
Oh.
Were you guys gonna just stream later or something then?
I was, yeah. I was gonna go
Oh,
later.
okay.
I gotta
But
eat. I'm
their
hungry.
title, Clasher's title says. Come on, you
It's
guys.
a
Yeah,
bit
yeah, it
it's a
does.
bit
I don't know
controversial.
Yeah.
It's what's
I don't
funny
know.
is
What do you guys-
it's these.
We're just gonna end it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So since
There we go.
there's no valid
Hey,
You gotta
we,
have Ninjala as your category, people.
yeah, you got the category's right,
Wait.
but the title is wrong. So,
we,
anyways,
um,
we'll see you guys in the next Ninjala stream.
we're gonna do the thing.
I'm Gung Ho Mads, and we'll see you guys in the
Ooh.
next one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ninjala!
Ninjala!
Let's go, baby. Have a great day, everybody.
You gotta do it.
Forgot about
You
it.
gotta
See
do
you
it.
guys.
Alright, see you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I catch you off guard?
You did a little bit.
There we go.
鮮やかに恋して